just puts us in a great position, and hopefully our league can continue to get better off the back of it.
Let's talk about our clubs within the Bendigo Footy League as it is right now in Broadford. They're new to the league this year. They have had some improved performances in the footy. Their B grade have won their first game of netball. Must be really pleasing for the committee to see that they can win games, but also knowing that, you know, a lot of their good players signed away before they even knew Broadford was coming back into the competition. And now there's a bit of momentum from down there that they're going to get these players back and they want to be a part of this league for the long haul. Must be really important and exciting for the guys in the Ivory Tower here in Bendigo with country footy, or the Bendigo Footy League, to go, well, yeah, it may be a little bit of a risk to bring them in, but it's great for the future of Bendigo footy that they want to be here and that they are improving.
Yeah, it's really exciting for them, first of all. Like, they've won 2 B-grade netball matches now, so might not seem a lot to a lot of people on the outside, but to them it really means the world. And I think it's really only up from here. I think the reason why they're such an exciting proposition from me personally, now I'm not the board, I don't speak for the board, but is they're in a new zone for us recruiting-wise. So their recruiting options, they're not picking from the same pool of players that Sandhurst and Eaglehawk are. It's a new pool of players. We're hoping they inject new talent into the competition, and then that'll in turn obviously help them as well. So the future's pretty bright. They've done a huge amount of work to get to where they are. Still a huge amount of work to go, but we're really confident with where they're placed.
So I spoke to some people from Eaglehawk that went to the game last week, and they said that Broadford had a big crowd, and the following is still there for the Broadford people. So the fact that support is still there, that's also got to be promising for them, that when they get up and going, their crowds are going to be quite good.
Yeah, and I was there at that first game against South Bendigo, and it was just a bumper crowd, even though the weather wasn't great. So I think the community buy-in over there is really clear. And, you know, once they get the full suite of teams that obviously don't have an A reserve or a 15s netball team this year, once they get them in, and then they get more buy-in, hopefully our clubs continue to travel over and make it a real occasion, maybe a few bus trips to make a day of it. I think they'll be okay.
Tom, one last time before I let you go, you talked about 2 teams potentially submitting applications to come in. Does the buy factor come into what you decide you want to do there next year?
I'm not really sure how much that comes into it. I think the fixture last year with 8 obviously wasn't probably where we want it to be. The previous board's been very clear that 10 is the ideal number, but as I said, the board will assess the applications as they come.
Now, you deflected the question before pretty nicely. As Johnny said, just back with the straight back. Echuca. There was a bit of word early on that they were potentially looking at coming into the league as well. Now, let's just pretend this is a T20 and you're not allowed to block. Any word?
I don't want to have to deflect again. No, we had some really positive conversations with Echuca, and they've got a lot going on up there with their facility redevelopment. So the burden on their volunteers is real, and we'll continue dialogue with them. I'm not going to sit here and say that they're coming in, because I really don't know that. So I think we'll continue to have that dialogue, and obviously they're an attractive proposition for us. If it happens, it happens, but we'll see.
Awesome.
Who have we got up in the box with us here, Tom? Future, are you doing some training for future role? Or?
Yes, my 3-year-old daughter is sitting here. She's finished her Killer Python. Now she's currently doing some drawing. She's been a regular at the football and netball this year, so maybe a future footballer, but I think her sister's going to be a better footballer, and maybe Billy, her name is, she'll be the golfer of the family, I think.
The golfer of the family. Tom, we'll let you go. It looks like you got your hands full there. So thank you very much for making yourself available here, and all the best for what goes on for the next few months of the Bendigo Footy League.
Thanks for having me, and good calling today.
Thanks, Tom. That was Tom King from the Bendigo Footy Netball League. Always good to hear from Tom as well. He gives us an update about every 3 or 4 weeks and gives us the occasional straight bat, but you do expect those answers, Mick.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't give too much away, and when you're in a position like Tom is, you need to make sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed before you start talking out of school or about potential developments. So, yeah, they do a good job. And we can see with results this year and the way that the Bendigo Footy League's been structured, not just from a footy point of view, but from a netballing point of view, Cameron, there's more than just the 2 or 3 teams that are in with a chance to win. There's plenty going on, and up to 7 teams that could play finals footy, especially in the senior footy competition.
We will run through those and other games going on after the break. Sandhurst and Eaglehawk, the grand final rematch from last year, round 10 of the Bendigo Football League. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. Local footy, the place you want to be. It's fresh live, round 10 of the Bendigo Footy League. It is Sandhurst and Eaglehawk doing battle from the Queen Elizabeth Oval. And as we mentioned earlier, last time these two sides played here, it was the grand final, which Eaglehawk steamrolled home to win. Myself, Cam Power, Mick Delaney, Steve Navort, Norm Jenkin and John Hunter bringing you all the action here from the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Norm Jenkin, we're going around Bendigo footy today. There's a couple of really good games in Bendigo footy today.
There's some very good games in the league today, Cam. It could be a season-defining game, especially the one at Harry Trott, South Bendigo v Strathfield Say. It's 1v2 at present, Strath on top on percentage from South Bendigo, and we know when they played first time up there was 8 points in it Strath's way. So interesting. Mackenzie and Blake are still there, potent forwards, along with Shiska and Broughton and Charles. It's a very potent forward line that Strath have now, and it'll put South Bendigo to a test. But you look at South Bendigo, Templeton and Harker have been playing very good for them this year, along with Haddo and Zimmerman, and the one that I like is Will Allen. He's injury-free this year. He's able to slot in. Mainly he's been down back early on, but I noticed that he's been named up forward for today. And the big inclusion for them today is young Zayden Lockwood in a second ruckman with McGregor Cameron still out. So that should be a good game at Harry Trott, and a danger game for Castlemaine, I believe, at Golden Square. It's a game the Main must win to stay in touch with the top five, and Adam Baird back at Golden Square, that'll give them a bit of a lift. They'll want to do well for their old teammates. So yeah, that'll be a good contest, and Castlemaine, I think, will have to be at their best.
Something quirky I found today, Norm, in the league is Strathfield Say South Bendigo play today 1 versus 2, Sandhurst Eaglehawk 4 versus 5, and Castlemaine Golden Square 6 versus 7. So that is 3 games where 6 games. Yeah, I'm not going to go there, Mick. The 3 games that are really fascinating games, and not very often that the ladder does pan out like that. So I thought that was a bit of a quirky stat. But Strath and South, 7 wins, 1 loss between them. Only percentage in favour of Strathfield Say in that one. But the Castlemaine and Golden Square game, I'm almost treating that game as a mini elimination final in a way. If Golden Square don't win today, then I think their season's done in terms of making the finals. If Castlemaine don't win it today, I think Castlemaine are in a bit of trouble for making the finals. So that's a huge game.
It is, Cam, and as I said, it's for me it's a danger game for Castlemaine because it's a game they've got to win. And as you say, it'll be the end for Golden Square, you would think, if they lose. But I also think on the other side of the coin, it's going to make it very, very difficult for Castlemaine should they not get over the line today. They'll be looking for a big game from Dylan Land, who we saw start to get a little bit of his form last Saturday in a good contest here on the QEO against Sandhurst. Interesting to see how Bailey Henderson goes. He's been leading the way. Darby Simmons, the captain's been doing well. Which end of the ground are they going to play Hartley? We've just got to wait and see on that one. I believe he's better off up forward for Castlemaine, but when oppositions get a run on, they can then throw him down back. But it'll be an interesting contest. As
Eaglehawk run out onto the field here, Norm, there's a handy inclusion for the Golden Square side today, signed on for this year and next year.
There is 2, yes. I just said before, Adam Baird back
Skinny
in.
Baird.
It'll be a bonus for them. I think he's had 1 run this year since the premiership at Mounts last year, and he's fit and ready to go, I've been told, and will certainly be a big bonus to that Golden Square side, who over this year have gradually built. At the start of the year, we thought they were going to struggle a bit because they lost 3 or 4 key personnel at the end of last year, but they seem to have been able to build on that, and with Barrett back, assistant coach, joint coach, and playing through the midfield, certainly leading by example.
Golden Square, very young side, so any chance you get to add a Mickelson medal winner into the side, and he's still got the form. He did the running for the Bendigo Footy League in the Interleague game we spoke about before earlier this year, and he looked fit in that too, so I'm sure he'll make a big difference to a very young Golden Square side.
Yes, you're right there, and it may be the spark they need just to get their season going, and as you say, they get the 4 points today, and they remain in the hunt. But it also depends on what happens at the game here at the QEO today. You know, if Eaglehawk happen to win today, they'll stay that game. Could be 2 games clear of both those sides, and you would think that would, even with half a season to go, that would lock down the top 5 at this early stage.
One word answers, Norm. Who wins, Golden Square, Castlemaine?
Castlemaine, I think, just.
Mick?
Castlemaine.
John?
Castlemaine.
Yeah, I'm going to go Castlemaine too. Kangaroo Flat and Gisborne's the other game going on. We're all tipping Gisborne in that game, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Gisborne for me.
Yeah, there's a couple of VFL listed players for Gisborne now might make their back half of the year quite interesting, but we'll keep an eye on them. Gisborne for me, and South Bendigo Strath at Harry Trott. Very interested to see who we think wins this game.
Well, my heart's in one court, but I think that looking at the side Strath are putting together now, they've still got a couple of VFL listed players to come back in. I think they just might have a little bit too much up forward for South Bendigo today.
South Bendigo for me.
South Bendigo are going to win the flag in my book. I'm calling it early. I like them.
I'm not going that early on South, but I think they'll win today at home. I think the home ground advantage will make a big difference to them. Norm, before we touch on this one, there's a couple of big games around the region that we must mention. There's one game going on particular at Newbridge.
Yeah, big game today. It's the Carlton Cup where ex-AFL players line up. You've got Gary Ablett lining up for the Newbridge side. And you've got 2 ex-players helping Bridgewater out, which a little bit of a surprise to me that they get Gary Rowan as coach and then they get Nick Del Santo as a player. They've been the top side in that league, and it's a big chance today for Newbridge to make a bit of money and also maybe put a bit of a scare through the Loddon Valley.
I'd expect that to be a massive gate out there. Mickey, obviously you're a coach. What do you make on that situation? Obviously Gary Rowan was the player allocated. 7 points. Bridgewater on their max points basically most weeks, so if not thereabouts. Couldn't fit him in.
That's right.
Asked for an exemption. Wasn't given. What's your thoughts on that as a coach? Nick Del Santo comes in as a 1 point player because he hasn't played in however many years.
Yep. I don't mind it, honestly. So we're looking at, yes, I understand the Carlton draft and we're bringing players in as we've got the toss of the coin. You want to head down to Steve? Cam? I think he saw who won the toss. Steve?
Eaglehawk have won the toss and have elected to kick to the Barnard Street end of the ground. There is a very minimal breeze out here at the moment, just blowing towards the swimming pool side of the ground.
Steve, it has gotten quite cool in the last 10 minutes out there.
Yeah, I think there's been a bit more cloud coverage come over the ground in the last half an hour or so that are making it a little bit cooler.
And who are you tipping in this game?
Every time I've been to a Sandhurst game this year, I've said Sandhurst or I haven't said them and the complete opposites happen, but I think they win today, just.
So there you go, Eaglehawk are winning this game then, according to Steve Navort down there at ground level. Steve, let's hope you're not as busy as what you were in terms of a Sandhurst point of view earlier in the year when you were down there. It was mayhem on their bench injury-wise in that first game, so hopefully for your sake it's not as busy.
Gives me a bit more to do, doesn't it, though?
No pink umbrella today as well. There's no rain in sight, Steve.
No rain in sight, no pink umbrella today.
Steve Navort down at ground level. We're counting down to the bounce here, Eaglehawk and Sandhurst. Before you mention that, we were just running through what you thought of the 7 point allocation for Rowan and not giving an exemption.
Yep, I don't mind it. Just given the fact that, yes, I understand that it's the Carlton draft, but at the same time, there's a points allocation system in place to maintain fairness within the competition, and they've got Del Santo. It's a big name. Yep. He'd be able to just pull on his boots and be able to rack up 30 and probably kick 3 goals himself. So when you're talking the point system, I understand, I agree with it, to how it's been structured within AFL Central Victoria. But you've still got Gary Ablett Jr., one of the best players, if not the best player, from the last quarter of the century for the AFL, playing for Newbridge. And Nick Del Santo's no slouch himself.
It is a bit of an interesting one to see that they went away from helping a struggling club as opposed to making it more rivalry-based this year. So certainly an interesting system to go on out there. Eaglehawk and Sandhurst, the players are heading out into position. Norm will bring us some updates from the MCD FNL across the day as well. Mick, who wins this game today and why?
I know Sandhurst are very good here, but cast your eyes back to when Eaglehawk played South Bendigo here. They kicked themselves out of it, but used the width of the ground really well. And Thompson up forward, he was unreal. Probably unlucky not to have a big bag that night. So I'm going to say a little upset today. I'm going Eaglehawk.
Yep, no Thompson in the lineup for them. One of 4 Thompsons, but the other 3 are out there this afternoon. I'm tipping Eaglehawk as well. I think Eaglehawk win. I just like what they've got in terms of on paper. On paper, I feel like they should be winning, but of course the game's not played on paper, so it will be interesting, but I like the Borough, John.
Look, I like Sandhurst. I think it's going to be a real strong contest. I've had a look at Sandhurst for the last couple of weeks. Fergus Green has absolutely been dominating through the midfield, and I just think they'll get the job done here at the QEO. But having said that, it wouldn't surprise me for 1 second if Eaglehawk get up.
Yeah, I'm on Eaglehawk's bandwagon today. I think they're starting to get back to where they were last year with players in, and of course a new player in Missad up forward today. A Giants VFL rep will make it interesting.
Looking forward to this one. Round 10 of the Bendigo Footy League. Local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live. Here's John Hunter.
It'll be Sexton up against the big ruckman in Heath for the Borough. Contested ball in the middle of the QEO. We quite often see this as Thompson just manages to handball the ball towards the wing. And we might have a free kick. It might go the way of Eaglehawk. So they're going to have first look at it forward through Langford playing up the field. He must have started in the centre. Usually we see him down back. A long kick. He'll go inside forward 50. Isley is the target. Hands on footy. The ball spills to the back of the pack. They track it towards the boundary line. It will be a stoppage. 50 metres out from goal that Eaglehawk are attacking. Will have a ball up. 30 seconds in. No score on the board. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
The ball in the forward pocket in front of the poolside change rooms. The Eaglehawk can take possession. Wilkinson intercepts for the Dragons. He puts on the booners. Goes straight through the middle. Hits the glue pot. Bounces okay for the Dragons. Overrunning the footy though there was Sandhurst, and they'll hit the ground. Only there that overran the footy might have been Jacob Austin, I reckon, for the Dragons there in the 23 jump. We'll get a ball up in the centre of the ground. Knocked down by Heath. Wilkinson tried to find a way through, just got boot to ball to go forward. Wheel it back there for Eaglehawk, picked up by White. White slams it forward down the line. O'Shaughnessy got a one-on-one battle, did well to knock it to Evans, off hands. Langford went through, he was tackled straight away. And we'll get a ball up. Steve, did you happen to walk on the cricket pitch pre-game? Because that looks like an absolute mud pit out there.
I did have a quick walk and it is an absolute mud pit out there.
Ball up, whistle on play, 1 for 2 high. It'll be Sexton with a free kick for the Dragons, kicking to the city end. He plays on quickly. It's a long ball inside forward 50. Maxted is the target. Good work there by Neves. Got his hands to the footy. Handball out in the direction of Hoare. Andy Hoare comes into the side this afternoon. Langford gets involved and offers support. He kicks it there to Davis. Davis will go long inside forward 50. It's shallow. The new man on the field this afternoon, Miss Fudd, was in the area for the Borough. Couldn't see it. It finds the boundary line. And 50 metres out from goal, Eaglehawk in attack. Barnard Street End will have a ball in. No score on the board. 2 minutes gone.
Looks a lively type, Miss Fudd, doesn't he? Attacking the ball hard, down forward.
Throw in. It's the bottom of the pack. O'Shaughnessy tracks after it towards the boundary line. Kept it alive to Ben Thompson. He almost handballed it into his head. Got to throw in. Interesting matchup potentially, Mick, for Fergus Green by the looks.
Yeah, he sort of just goes anywhere he wants, doesn't he?
Langford, I think you'll find. That's why he's playing up the field, Mick. That was picked up by Norm Jenkin on stats this afternoon. So keep an eye on that, Mick.
It's handballed out of the stoppage and it's slammed through for a goal. So Billy Evans has kicked the first goal of the day for Eaglehawk. So 1 straight goal, Eaglehawk. No score, Sandhurst. Barely 5 minutes into the game here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. And it's Billy Evans, the captain, getting him off to a good start. Score sponsor, Jason Westcott. Build a local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Yeah, that was really good roving work by Evans there. The ball being tapped behind, just into space. He uses the space well, runs onto it, and a nice little crumbing goal for our first of the day.
So back in the middle we'll go. Really interested in that contest between Langford and Fergus Green. It's a big task. The umpire will ball it up. Eaglehawk lead. Urata is in the middle on Mullen as well, I see. Sexton didn't look at the footy. He looked at the opposition in Heath. Then they'll go forward now. Eaglehawk inside forward 50.
It was knocked away. The Dragons have got the numbers in defence to clear it out of there. It might have come from right. Slams it up to the pull side wing. They'll bounce after it, tracking after it here for Eaglehawk, will be picked up by Evans. Evans has a bounce and then wheels onto the right in the flashy orange boots this afternoon. Kick inside forward 50 in a set. Well, it's actually taken by Eaglehawk here. Misford's got it right on the bench. I think it was going to carry a bit further than it did there, Mick, but Misford's got him. He's backing himself here from 50 right on the boundary.
Yeah, I don't blame him. 188 centimetres tall, Giants VFL listed player, has kicked over 30 goals in 6 games in the New South Wales Reserves League.
Oh, this would be a way to announce yourself to the Bendigo League. He slams it right to the goal square, and O'Shaughnessy's taken a mark in the goal square. That's a coach killer when an opposition forward can get it. Well, it's almost uncontested in the end, but O'Shaughnessy's got a good leap and he marks it, and he'll kick their second goal.
That hurts, doesn't it? Uncontested grab, top of the goal square as he just trundles in and kicks a second in as many minutes. Cam.
Good start, Eaglehawk. 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. O'Shaughnessy's got 1. It is score sponsor Bendigo City Framers, Picture Art Plus. Local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Unreal start here by Eaglehawk. They've just got control right the way around the ground. Noah Wheeler off half back. Young Austin doing a job on him. But Ty Evans just coming off half back there. The one-handed pickup, hitting Misford up across half forward. They look like they want the ball more at the moment. Sandhurst just a really sluggish start, John.
Yes, and this time last week, 4 minutes in, Fergus Green had really dominated the opening of that game. Today, he's on Langford. He hasn't had any influences yet. Let's see what he can do, get them on the board. But it'll be Thompson that wins it at ground level for Eaglehawk. Contested ball, smack bang in the middle. Ball spills wide. Austin overruns the footy for the Dragons. But it will now be the Borough that go inside forward 50. Picked up nicely by Isley. Left-handed handball. Puts his teammate under pressure. They're running in numbers here, Eaglehawk. On the end of a handball is Isley. Goes round the body. And the goals were open. Opportunity missed. Takes it to 13 playing. Zip Sandhurst. They trail 6 minutes opening term.
Classy player, Isley. He'll be disappointed. He didn't kick that one. Their first blemish of the day.
So it'll be kicked in by the Dragons. Harrison free in the long sleeves this afternoon. Runs his distance. Sends it down the grandstand side wing. Lockie right, the target caught behind. Spills to the front of the pack. Stagg traces after it. Wheeler takes him. Norm, what are the stats telling us early? Because it feels like it's all Eaglehawk.
Yeah, it is early. 3 clear centre clearances, 5 inside 50s. Sandhurst have been forward once for 1 inside 50.
Umpire throws it in, centre wing, broadcast side. Up they'll go in the ruck. Sexton won it for the Dragons. To ground level. Stagg that comes into the team this afternoon for the Dragons after a period on the sidelines, bottom of the pack. Gets up a little bit sore. He might have dislocated a finger as umpire Carter will throw it up. Up in the ruck they go. Doing the ruck work is Heath for the Borough, and it is holding the footy, dragging it in. It was Mullen, the offending player. Wilkinson. This is Matt for the Dragons. Defensive side of centre wing, broadcast side. Plays on quickly. He'll send it long. They'll set themselves. Hands on the footy was Wheeler. Couldn't quite drag it in. Langford did well. Handball to Neves. Further handball to Hoare. Hoare now gives it to Thompson. They go through the middle. A long kick. It'll go shallow inside forward 50. And it is a mark by Billy Evans. Found space and he'll play on quickly now. He's got Mullen on. Spots him up for the Borough, who'll have a shot 38 metres out from goal, Barnard Street end.
They look unreal moving the ball at the moment. Just here in front of us, Eaglehawk switching the ball into the middle of the ground, and it just opens up so much of the ground. Evans leading out a full forward, taking that grab at the top of the 50, and then just a nice little cross-field chip to Mullen, looking for their third in the first 7 minutes, Cam.
They look composed, don't they, the Borough here, to the Barnard Street end. Let's see if he extends the margin, and the ball swung, and it looked like it was going to miss by a long way. It eventually slams into the post, minor score. Eaglehawk letting Sandhurst off the hook, 2-2-14, they lead 0. 8 minutes gone opening term.
Free's going to come straight down the middle here of the kick in. It's a dangerous kick in, but it's marked by Coughlin. Right on the 50, centre of the Queen Elizabeth over. He'll quickly swing the kick out wide in the direction of Morris, who was interfered by Jack Thompson. So free kick will go to Ollie Morris. He held his ground. Gets himself a free kick. Centre wing position, pull side. Thought about the short option. Eaglehawk marking that very well. Has got nowhere to go. So he's forced to go backwards, and he does just that. Taken away by Sandhurst. They swing it out wide. Free emerges with the footy. Now they come to Connick. He takes the mark centre wing. Short pass good. Coughlin takes the mark and he was hit nicely after he got rid of it. All is fair from Dylan Hanley, but he held his ground. Coughlin's got it. 55 from goal. It's on in the forward pocket in front of us here, so a few people involved in the fight, which has allowed not many options. The kick barely went 5 metres, but it's marked by Nick Stagg, and the umpire says fair enough. I'll pay the 15 metres there, and Stagg's going to kick it from basically where he received the footy, I reckon, Mick.
I reckon he can kick this. Stagg is a good kick of the footy, loyal servant of the Sandhurst Footy Club. I'm backing him.
Have we got a free? No. Umpire. Yes, 50-metre penalty. So Lewin Davis encroached on the protected area then, and I reckon the umpire was trying to give him a little bit of a chance to get out, and he didn't. So that's the 50-metre penalty, which will take Stagg all the way to the goal square.
Well, it makes my prediction all the more easier, doesn't it? He walks in and kicks Sandhurst's first goal, but yeah, just sloppy there by Davis. No need for him to even be there, Cam.
2-2, 14 Eaglehawk, 1 straight 6 Sandhurst. No one even bothered to man the mark for Eaglehawk in the goal square as Stagg dribbled it through. The score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Pretty important for Sandhurst to get that goal. It's almost 10 minutes in and that's their first scoring shot. Eaglehawk have really controlled this game so far in the air and with their running game. They're only a goal and a bit behind, so yeah, it's a win so far for Sandhurst to only be down by this much.
Smetzer for the restart for the Dragons in the middle against Heath of the two Blues. Up they'll go in the ruck. A whistle on play. It'll be a free kick to Eaglehawk. The boundary umpire standing on the corner of the diamond. Free kick Heath. Handballs it forward to Mullen. Mullen of Eaglehawk. Inside forward 50 they go. It's a mark, a diving mark. And it might be Misfud that's marked it again. And providing a target down there, he dove in after the footy and he'll line them up. Not much of an angle, and he should convert, Mick.
10 minutes in, that's his third mark inside forward 50 already, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the ruckman though, handballing the ball straight into the glue pit there either, but it worked out okay, Mick.
Well, he's having a set shot on goal, so yeah, we'll take it.
Misfud, he's only around 188, 189 centimetres, but he's providing a presence down forward. That's for sure. Making his mark on Bendigo footy. Let's see if he can convert now to the Barnard Street end. He doesn't like it, and boy, oh boy, Eaglehawk have had their chances. 2-3-15. They lead 1 goal straight, 6, 11 gone. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed in that. Noted goal kicker from the New South Wales Reserves League. He'll do better next time.
When you're playing Sandhurst, you've got to take all your opportunities, and it feels like Eaglehawk haven't done that just yet in this quarter because they've been dominant. Kick goes down the poolside wing, turned over for Eaglehawk. They'll fire the handball forward. Going through there for Eaglehawk was young Howard. Hard up against the boundary line. Eventually we'll see it over for a bound. No, umpire's pulled a free kick out of that. Going to go the way of the Dragons. So Coughlin's got it. Might have been being held off the footy. James Coughlin is going to come right back into his defensive goal square almost and find Ireland in an island of space, dare I say. He swings it out wide to Free. Free's been busy early. Short pass goes good to Connick. And that is the old-fashioned horseshoe, Johnny, as Connick goes back into the middle. Wilkinson's probably got the most of it for the Dragons so far in the game. Short pass back to where the play started for Ireland. Ireland out wide, and they're just happy to play uncontested marking footy and hold possession at the moment, the Dragons.
Sometimes it's a good thing to do, Cam, just to take the sting out of the game a little bit.
Ball in the hands here as they'll slam it down the line from Keating. Free kick Sandhurst. It was an intercept mark for Eaglehawk, but a shove out, so it's going to be a free kick to Urato.
With his first real possession of this afternoon, he goes down the line, hits his target and finds Morris. Morris now, he'll straighten up, an aggressive ball, finds Smith, handball forward. They're out here through Austin. Austin will go goalward. Not sure if Maxted was his target or the goal, but either he missed. And eventually it comes through for a minor score. 1-1-7 Sandhurst. They trail 2-3-15 Eaglehawk. 13 minutes gone. Opening term, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Evans will do the kick-in duties for Eaglehawk. Just go straight down the middle in the direction of Heath, who's got 4 to beat. Kick carries over the back nicely though, picked up by McGregor. McGregor to Donnet. Donnet just slipped at the important moment. He's going to get a free kick because he was caught high. So Donnet's got it. Steadies with the kick inside forward 50, looking for O'Shannessy. Knocked away from him by the Dragons. It spills out wide to Cooper Smith, to Connick. Handball to Coughlin, now Ireland, and they're away down the grandstand side wing. Ireland kicks to a 3-on-1 contest, but Stagg was up to it, took a terrific grab. but he's just going to have to slow things up and wait for things to come forward.
Now he goes right half forward, kicks it into the man on the mark, smothered. Now the ball spills. Evans was backing up for the Borough. He goes aggressive in the middle, didn't really look. There's no one there except for Darcy Mills. Spreads it wide, finds Pillinger. He'll now go further afield, further wide. Finds a teammate, Jack Keating, who's been good the last few weeks for the Dragons. Will now truly slow it down. Umpire says play it on. Short pass over the top. It was ambitious kick at best. Ball spills to Sam Thompson of the Borough. They get all tied up. It's 60 metres out from goal. In attack, Sandhurst, they trail 7-15. 14 minutes gone. Opening term, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Umpire Carter wastes no time throwing the ball in the air right on the 50. Coughlin's been busy to Smith, loops the handball to Mills. Mills quick fire handball to Pinniger, found some space, hard up against the boundary line. Lovely kick inside forward 50, and he finds Urater. Right on the paint of 50, Dayton Urater about 10 in from the boundary underneath the scoreboard. Doesn't like anything forward of the footy. Eaglehawk have plugged up the defence really well. Now the umpire says you can probably have your 30, but he steadies with a kick inside forward 50, and it's a lovely kick, and it finds space for Ollie Morris, who marks 30 out. Slight angle to the left of the goals, but a player of Ollie Morris's calibre would back himself from here.
Urater had a really good game for Essendon VFL against Casey last weekend. Good to see him back for Sandhurst, and you saw the skill there, Cam, just lacing out a free opponent or a free teammate 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Taking his full 30 seconds, and this will bring it back to a 2-point margin after Eaglehawk dominated early. Morris comes in, it's a high ball, and it's just through for a minus score to the near side. So they're 1-3-9, the Borough 2-3-15 score. Sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder.
For the restart, Noel Wheeler comes into the side this afternoon for the Borough. Trots off as he played on from fullback. Long kick, Langford is the target. Dropped a mark he should have taken, but it's a shepherd off the ball. Fergus Green with a free kick for the Dragons. Fergus Green sold some candy, then he's got space. He'll go long inside forward 50. Up they'll go. Unrealistic attempt at the back of the pack, I reckon, by Urater, and the umpires saw it the same way. Free kick will now go to Noah Wheeler of the Two Blues.
So Wheeler in his defence for the Borough. Again, Eaglehawk looking to go central. Dangerous kick for Hall. Put him under all sorts of pressure. Dragons knock it inside forward 50. Hall went again on the second option, but he ran into all sorts of pressure, and he's caught holding the ball. Good tackling from the Dragons in this one, and they're going to get rewarded. There was 2 players involved in the tackle here, so just trying to see who's going to come up with the footy.
Howard.
And it will be Howard, as you mentioned there. Good tackling from Eaglehawk, and poor marking further forward because Howard's able to chip one over the top, and the mark's been taken by Lockie Hood, who's 25 metres out. Very similar angle to where the last shot from Ollie Morris came from.
So this set shot is purely because Darcy Mills came off his man in the middle of the ground, made that spoil, genuine 50-50 contest, and now Sandhurst looking to bring this back to within 1 point.
Feels like Eaglehawk wanting to play corridor at the moment, and Sandhurst happy to just play around the outsides a little bit. Nick will touch on that after the shot for goal comes from Lockie Hood, and he hangs it to the left-hand side as well. So all their kicks going towards the left of the goals. They're 1-4 now, the Dragons. Eaglehawk 2-3, 17 minutes into the opening quarter.
Noel Wheeler will bring it in, playing down back for the Borough. He just looks further afield. Will take his time. The umpire invites him to play on, and on the left now, he'll go straight down the guts. Heath will be the target. Front position, collected it at ground level, shoveled the ball out. They've got the numbers, went to Langford. Langford by hand. They're running through the middle now. The footy is with Donnett. Donnett will go inside forward 50. O'Shannessy at the back of the pack. Good spoil, Lockie right of the Dragons. Not out of trouble yet. Ball along the boundary line. Hurried kick come from out of the pack, but they'll clear it quickly now. The Dragons out of trouble.
Goes towards Maxted. It's knocked away from him by Charlie Langford. And we'll get a boundary throw in right in front of Travis Matheson and the Eaglehawk bench.
That was really good by Lockie Wright, coming off his player and affecting that spoil. Could have been an easy mark and goal for Eaglehawk there.
Yeah, straight through the middle. It looked like O'Shannessy was going to get an uncontested look in the goal square, but really well read from Wright. Taken out of the ruck by Eaglehawk. They'll handball forward, hard up against the boundary line. Urater tries to emerge with the footy. He's dumped in a strong but fair tackle, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Again in front of the Eaglehawk bench watching on. they'd be happy with how things have played out in this quarter, but maybe not the scoreboard. Bit going on in the forward line down there, Mick.
Yeah, there is a little bit. Steve might have to keep an eye on Nick Stagg still holding that hand.
Seems to be a lot of feeling in this game, as you could imagine. Connick emerges with a footy, goes central. Morris takes the mark. He'll run straight through the middle. Fast-moving footy from the Dragons. Morris to Howard. Howard marks it. He's got the short pass to Smetzer. If he can get it to him, he goes at it one-handed. Knocked away, but it's roved by Morris, who kicks the goal. No, he's hit the post. He celebrated it. I celebrated it, but it hits the post. So another chance goes begging. 10 plays 15, 19 minutes into the first quarter.
The Storm lead by 11 points over South Bendigo. The Bloods out at Harry Trott, 20-point margin. Gisborne lead Kangaroo Flat at Dow Park. Here it's a 5-point margin. Eaglehawk at the QEO, they lead Sandhurst. Picking up the footy will be White now for Eaglehawk. Into the middle, aggressive kick. Billy Evans is the target. He hits him. A little bit of a glue pot here at the QEO. Evans plays on, spreads it wide. They'll set themselves. McGregor used his body, then diving in after the footy. Ground level was Donnet, but it will be all mopped up here by McNamara, who spreads it wide to the outer side wing, swimming pool side. Over the ball goes, and we'll have a ball in.
Game of footy here at the moment. Sandhurst feel like they've got the game back on their terms a little bit here. 5-point lead to Eaglehawk. Both teams missing some good opportunities at goal in this one though. Centre wing, pool side, Maxted up in the ruck. Was able to win it down for the Dragons, straight into the pack. Somehow worked its way to Wilkinson, who just snags one around the body. Wheeler will be first back there for Eaglehawk. Took an awkward bounce for him. Picked up by Morris. Morris's handball forward to Maxted. Maxted just a no-look kick inside forward 50, almost like he was playing rugby looking for touch. And that's what he gets. We'll get a boundary throw in underneath the scoreboard.
On the full too, I reckon, Cam, in fact. So, well, he's trying to claim it. Yeah. I reckon the boundary umpire was overruled then. Umpire Carter. He's talking actually to the boundary umpires.
We're getting the arc out, are we?
Well, they're having extended conversation.
This aside, lads, ever since Sandhurst just took that little bit of sting out of the game and played that possession footy, they've managed to find a way to be on top here.
Noah Wheeler called it first go. No, umpire Noah Wheeler will call him. Called it correctly. Wheeler with a long ball. It's a left footer. Up onto the wing. Right. Did well for the Dragons. Good uncontested mark. Lockie Wright looks to go aggressive. And their first movement is always to go for that reverse horseshoe. They like to hold the footy up and draw the opposition. Finds his teammate. Might be Connick with the footy. Short pass back to Wright. It's a mini horseshoe on the wing, if that is in fact possible. Now he's got Maxted. Aggressive kick from one wing to the other. Maxted, defensive side of centre wing, broadcast side. He's got a teammate on. It's Butler. I'll have you, Butler. He gives it there to Keating by hand. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you, Cam? As it goes inside forward 50. Wilkinson was the target. Ground level. Wheeler is upended by Urater. Bit of feeling out there. 35 metres out from goal. Umpire allows play to go on. Urater taps it forward. Inside forward 50 deep now. And finally, eventually, we'll have a stoppage and ball up.
It's a good hot footy at the moment, isn't it? Love to see it.
Lockie Wright has been superb down in the defence for Dragons as it's taken off the contest by Sandhurst there. Wilkinson slams it. Might have been going goalwards. And it's floated right across the face and out of bounds for a throw-in as Stagg's bringing himself off here. So it'll be a chance for Steve to have a look at that hand. Looks like it's still concerning him down there. We'll get a throw-in underneath the scoreboard. 10 plays 15, 22 minutes into the first quarter. Good battle in the grand final rematch from last year. Taken out of the ruck by Isley. He just gets it and slams it out of there. No mark taken for Eaglehawk. Langford. Fergus Green picked up the footy. Gave it off to Mills. Mills to Keating. Keating with his ever-reliable kicking inside forward 50. Just hit the back of the pack. Max there taken in the tackle. Handballs it towards the boundary line and Smets is able to disguise it out of bounds for a throw-in.
You're right, Mick. You've got to grin like a coach there. You like the hot footy.
I love it.
So do I.
I hope it stays like this for the game.
Let's hope so. It's a contest. The rematch of last year's grand final. Isley in the short sleeves, which is unusual. Usually he's got the long sleeves on. Kick over the head come from Smetzer for the Dragons. It went up the chimney. Not sure what he tried to achieve. Morris overran the footy for the Dragons. So did Ureta. They're just a little bit messy inside forward 50 now, the Dragons. They can't get out. Wheeler on the end of a handball. Long left footer will clear the area. Thompson will be the target. 2-on-1 contest. Dragons will have the numbers. Mills will go back to Ireland. Ireland short pass forward. McNamara dropped a mark he should have taken for the Dragons. Now it spills to ground level. Thompson will pick it up. Inside forward 50. Donnett was the target. Too severe for him. Now it was Fergus Green. He did well to tap it to space. Ran in after his footy. Threw it out. Gave it to Smith. Off to Mills. Down the wing and they're away.
Mark taken Morris. He's been good so far, Morris. It's a dangerous kick into the middle, but it's a lovely kick where he finds Smetzer. Can swing it out wide for the Dragons. Lovely kick, Smetzer. Ends up in the hands of Keating. He's forced to slow things up as Evans comes to man the mark. Nice kick inside forward 50. What would you expect from a player of his class? It's marked by Coughlin. Wheels around, sends it to the top, and the mark is taken. Is it Austin down there that's taken a terrific grab? In fact, it's Howard. So Jackson Howard marks it 20 out directly in front of goal. And this, believe it or not, would put Sandhurst in front after all of Eaglehawk's dominance in the first 10 minutes, Mick Delaney.
Yeah, Sandhurst's foot skills in between the arcs today has been sublime. Just that forward entry has been a little down at the moment, but as you just said, for all of Eaglehawk's dominance, here's a chance for Sandhurst to take the lead.
It was a terrific grab by Howard. 25 out directly in front. Shouldn't miss from here. And he doesn't. Puts it through for a goal. And the Dragons get their first lead of the afternoon. 2-4-16. Eaglehawk at 2-3-15 as we approach quarter time. Score sponsor Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Really good footy at the moment. Eaglehawk probably unlucky not to be 3 goals on the board in the first 7 minutes, but Sandhurst just wrestling back a bit of momentum, playing some possession footy, and their foot skills have been sublime, as we were saying previously, between the arcs. And Ollie Morris here on the wing just hitting up a target. A dangerous kick, but it just opened up so much of the ground, which then led to the goal.
Stag's come off and he's getting his thumb strapped and he's taking some painkillers as well.
Back in the middle. Restart. Heath wins the tap, puts it in the path of Bennett for Eaglehawk. Can't get out. Ureta, his kick from the Dragons was smothered. Spills. Hood hard in at the contest for the Dragons. In the glue pot here at the QEO, albeit the sun is shining. Ball spills out. Wheeler is at the back door for the Borough. Bangs it on the boot quickly. Finds Donnett. Donnett standing on centre half forward. Too far out to score for the two Blues. His kick is poor. He's kicked it straight to the opposition. Now it is with the Dragons. They're off. On the end of it is Keating. Keating runs his measure. Long ball shallow inside forward 50. Matty Wilkinson is the target. But picked it up nicely. On the left. Good tackle by Thompson. But he battles on there. Wilkinson. Handball to Smetzer. Into an open goal. Coughlin as easy as you like. And extends the lead by 7 points for the Dragons. Score sponsor Parsons Towing. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live in time on opening term.
That was looking like it was going to be an easy forward 50 entry there for Eaglehawk. However, Jack Donnett in the middle of the ground kicked the ground while he was kicking the ball, turned the ball straight over, which has led straight into a Sandhurst goal. So a little opportunistic for Sandhurst, but they're on top at the moment. They've kicked the last 3, Cam.
That they have. We'll go back in the middle, across to Norm Jenkin in a moment for some stats. 22-15, Sandhurst. They look like they were out of it 10 minutes ago in this opening quarter. Evans out of the middle. Mullen sends a Mullen kick forward, we could call it. It bounces towards the boundary line. Connick tracks after it. Hoare tracked after him. Forced Connick to handball backwards to go forwards, and it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in right-hand forward pocket.
Yes, it was at the 6-minute mark. We said Eaglehawk had 5 inside 50s. Sandhurst only had 1. Now it's 10 apiece.
There you go. Really evening this game back up are the Dragons, and they're showing on the scoreboard 3-4 to 2-3. Healthy crowd here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval coming in. Wheeler emerges with the footy. Evans. He's tackled straight away. It was actually Evans that emerged with the footy, and he picked it up on the second attempt, and he couldn't get rid of it, and he's gone holding the ball. So free kick Sandhurst in defence. It'll be Lockie Hood that receives the free kick in his defence for the Dragons. Not a lot of movement further forward of the footy. We know Sandhurst will just want to play uncontested footy to wind down the quarter, kick down the line. No mark taken, but they're able to slam it forward. Smetzer might have got caught in the sun a little bit there, put his arms up to try and shield it. And it bounces away from him and out of bounds for a throw-in centre wing position. 22 playing 15. Dragons lead 28.5 minutes into this opening quarter. Very good crowd for Sandhurst and, of course, past players' day for the Dragons. Urater picks up the footy, he's tackled, and that will take us to quarter time. A very, very interesting quarter of footy in which we saw Eaglehawk dominate, but Sandhurst right back in it in the last 10 minutes have put themselves out to a nice 7-point lead. 3-4-22 playing Eaglehawk 2-3-15. So, good game of footy.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger for me.
Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
That offers you even greater opportunities. Enjoy the same fantastic staff and service that bring your innovative designs to life. You can frame your memories or explore other stunning artwork, plus wall art, framing options and convenient parking right at the door. Fresh sponsor, location at 80A Garsted Street, Bendigo, on the corner of Arthur Street. Got the picture?
Sponsor, more live Bendigo football. And now it's time to fire up delicious Don Footy Franks. They're made for the footy. Is Don, is good.
Local footy, the place you want to be. It's fresh live from the Queen Elizabeth Oval, round 10 of the Bendigo Footy League. Eaglehawk and Sandhurst. The Sandhurst Dragons 3-4-22, Eaglehawk 2-3-15. Other games in Bendigo footy: Golden Square 1-2-8, Castlemaine 6-4-40, Gisborne 5-5-35, Kangaroo Flat 3 behinds, and it is the Strathfield Say Storm 4-2-26 to South Bendigo 3-3-21.
MCD FNL Hedges Oval, Harcourt 4-1-25, Maryborough Giants 1-1-7.
And in the Heathcote Footy League, Mount Pleasant and Huntley, it is Huntley 1-4 leading Mount Pleasant 2 behinds at quarter time. The goal kickers in this game here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval, it's all singles so far. For Eaglehawk, it's Evans, O'Shannessy, and for Sandhurst, it is Stagg, Coughlin, and Howard. The better players this afternoon for the Sandhurst Dragons, John Hunter.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a really good team effort after they started off slowly, but I've liked the way that some of the younger players, Morris and Austin, have gone about it. Coughlin up forward is a little bit unusual for him, but they've got some real contributors. And a positive for them, some of the bigger known players really haven't had an influence yet, Nick.
No, they haven't, no. For Eaglehawk, Wheeler playing a bit loose down across half back, getting plenty of the pill. Billy Evans through the midfield doing a lot of the grunt work inside. Cal Heath in the ruck. I don't think he's lost a ruck clearance today, exposing the lack of height that Sandhurst have. I reckon Misford for his first game, no trainings with Eaglehawk. He looks really lively up forward.
Does just feels like for me, Mick, that Sandhurst wouldn't be very happy with the way Eaglehawk wouldn't be happy with the way they've been uncontested. As Stephen DeVort's down at ground level, he's got the Eaglehawk coach Travis Matheson.
Yeah, just got Travis Matheson down here at ground level. Trav, what was the main message out there to the boys at quarter time?
We just thought we just didn't convert going inside forward 50. A couple of times we sort of went sideways at sort of half forward, and then had our forwards looking for those long ones sort of over the top in the goal square. So our message, sort of quarter time was just to try and drop the eyes and find a forward coming up at the ball.
All right, thanks for your time, Trav.
That was Travis Matheson from the Sandhurst from the Eaglehawk Footy Club, the co-coach down there. Probably wouldn't have been as happy after the way they started the first 10 minutes, Mick.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. They came out like a house on fire, really dominating the game, but we spoke to it a little bit through that quarter that Sandhurst did a really good job of just maintaining possession of the footy while it was hot and while they had their run on, and then that enabled them to gain some momentum of their own and kick the last three goals of that quarter,
Sandhurst 3-4-22. It's quarter time. They lead Eaglehawk 2-3-15. The home of country football, the QEO. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live for the second term, bringing you all the action under sunny skies. Here's Cameron Power.
As the second quarter to get underway, Eaglehawk and Sandhurst, round 10, Bendigo footy action. Heath wins another tap down in the middle of the ground. It's taken away for Eaglehawk. Handball into the glue pit. Sexton overran the footy. Was able to pick it up on the second attempt. Fire the handball forward. Stagg couldn't get rid of the tackle, but he was able to just fire out a handball. Working it forward now, Keating and Mills. Mills taps it forward. Picked up by Oscar White for Eaglehawk. He just slams it for territory, and it bounces out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
Steve, just keep an eye on Nick Stagg again, down again, holding that hand.
Were you at the huddle at quarter time for either side, Steve? What'd you pick up?
Yeah, I was just with the Eaglehawk huddle, and they were pretty much saying what Trav said about lowering their eyes inside forward 50.
Ball is on the outer side wing, swimming pool side. Perfect conditions for footy here at the QEO. A little bit of a glue pot in the middle. It'll be Heath in the ruck against Sexton. It's a will of bodies. Heath doing well, won it again, but it'll be Wilkinson for the Dragons at ground level. Gave it to Smith. Smith, the kick, it's ineffective. It's a turnover. Eaglehawk, the Borough with the footy. The ball comes to the wing. Ball spills. Sam Thompson will track it in the area. He just shoveled it out to Thompson. Thompson will go now around the body. That was his brother. Hitting the pack hard was Misfud at the back of the pack. Spills to the front. McNamara by hand to Mills. Mills sold some candy. Short pass forward. Ineffective. And it's spotted up. Hanley with the footy for Eaglehawk.
He'll short pass it into the middle. Mark not taken there for Davis. So Eaglehawk have got possession. Not wanting to give the footy back to him. He'll give the handball to Evans. No, Evans wanted it, didn't get it. He's going to try again for a second attempt, this time on the other side, and he gets it. He'll slam the kick just inside forward 50. Needs some flyers. It spills to ground. No mark taken. That was a big contest there. Mills handball to Hood. Hood to McNamara. Fended off a tackle. Then he gave it off. Out wide go the Dragons. Wilkinson's kick was good. Mark taken by Maxted. Maxted will go further forward down the line. Big fly, no mark taken, but he's going to get a free kick. Jacob Austin. Might have just been some interference in the mark. Short pass inside forward 50. Mark is taken by Ollie Morris, who is 5 metres in from the boundary. Probably about 40 metres out from goal in front of the poolside change rooms here. So a tough kick from here.
Again, really good by Sandhurst, just getting the ball inside D50, running the lines, just breaking the lines, finding a free player out on the wings, and here we are, another shot on goal for the Sandhurst Footy Club.
He comes in, it'll be a tough kick from there. He's going to go goalwards, but it's out of bounds on the full. So disappointing. In fact, it's actually snuck through for a minor score. I thought the boundary umpire was signalling it was out of bounds on the full, but the goal umpire says no, just snuck in for a point. So 23 plays 15 in favour of the Dragons.
Wheeler will kick in for the Borough from the Barnard Street end. You send it outer side. Up they go. Free with a punch, but punched it straight to the opposition in Mullen. Mullen, a left footer along the ground. Tracks along the boundary line. And no lasso rule here in Bendigo football. So we'll have a ball in.
Very interesting to see too, Johnny, that on that kick in by Wheeler, Eaglehawk had one player inside D50, the rest outside D50. They're trying to go long and direct.
Umpire will throw it in.
It is interesting, Johnny, we don't play that lasso rule here in Bendigo. MCD FNL definitely play it, so I'm surprised they haven't brought that in.
I think they should, and I think that they will next year.
Yeah, they should for sure.
It's one of the rules. It's a good one, I reckon. Heath was probably a dead heat on that occasion. Hurried kick out of the pack, come from the Borough. Goes forward, but Mills mopped up there for the Dragons. Kicks it long. Picked up nicely there by Austin. It was a good contest at ground level. But Thompson with a free kick for the Borough. Spreads it wide. It's up his teammate that's on right half back, Coates Moore. Down the line. Good mark. Hits up Ben Thompson.
So Thompson's got it centre wing position here. Grandstand side of the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Forced to go backwards, so Thompson to Thompson. That's Sam Thompson who got it from Ben Thompson. Where's Jack Thompson when you need him? Kick goes out to Noah Wheeler. Wheeler goes longer and aggressive out wide, and now Eaglehawk can set sail down the far side. Hanley with the footy. Poor kick. Pinniger intercept mark, centre wing. Pull side. Aggressive kick to Maxted, who was strong. Good mark taken by Maxted. Mark or a free kick, take your pick. Maxted's got it. 65 out from goal. He launches one inside forward 50. It's going to be a 2-on-1 in the goal square. Coughlin and Sexton down there, I reckon, who knocked it towards the ground. And we'll get a boundary throw in. Left-hand forward pocket at the Barnard Street of the ground here at Queen Elizabeth Oval. Sun is shining. And a pretty good crowd in attendance for this one as well. 23 playing 15.
Back to a bit of an arm wrestle now. The intensity was up in the opening term. Deep in attack, Dragons. A lot of players around the footy. 25 metres out from goal. Hurry kick, a snap came out of the pack. It came from Morris, who went goalward. Couldn't quite hit the target. Ball's, in fact, is still alive now. Round the corner. Might be Connick that's had a wayward shot at it. In fact, it's Smetzer with the headband on. And it just went across the face into the opposite side, and we'll have a penalty free kick, and it'll go the way of Eaglehawk. It's an 8-point margin. 6 minutes gone. Second term local footy. The place we want to be. It's fresh live.
It'll be Oscar White with the footy for Eaglehawk. Again, they want to be aggressive through the middle, but that's a nice kick to Ben Thompson. Ben Thompson gets it, handballs off to a runner. Now they're into the middle of the ground for McGregor. McGregor further handball forward to Sam Thompson. Little short pass was good. Good build up this for Eaglehawk. Evans gets it, wheels it inside forward 50. O'Shaughnessy tracks back, but it's a terrific grab. Going back with the fly to the footy, Fergus Green takes a magnificent intercept mark. He knew he was going to get some contact as well. Passes out to Pinniger. Pinniger out further forward to Smith. Smith will go down the poolside wing, hugging the line. Wheeler read it best for Eaglehawk. Collected it on the half volley, then wheeled it up towards centre half forward. Mark is taken by O'Shaughnessy. It's a terrific grab. 55 out from goal. It was short pass to Langford. Langford, he missed him. And it's intercept taken away by Austin. Austin's kick to Morris, who was pounced upon straight away as soon as he received it. So no pressure. What didn't you like there, Mick?
It's just been the difference in the teams this second quarter. Disposal efficiency. Eaglehawk just unable to convert going inside forward 50.
halfway between the centre and half forward. Eaglehawk in attack to the city end. Mullen received the ball for the Borough. Sends it inside forward 50. Good one-handed pick-up. Handball to Billy Evans. To Donnet. Donnet got underneath the footy. He had to be brave, and he was. Ball might spill, though, to the direction of the Dragons. In fact, they'll tie it all up. But good, strong footy in the forward half, Mick. I liked it.
Yeah, that was a lot better there by Eaglehawk.
Up they'll go in the ruck. Sexton wins it for the Dragons. Mills, he collected the footy, then he was collected. And at ground level, we'll have a ball up.
FNL scores. Trentham 3-3-21, leading Denali 2 straight 12.
Up they'll go in the ruck. Heath, a big tap to Evans. Billy Evans now can't find space. Managed to squirt the ball out somehow. Ball fell in the arms of Sexton. His kick was smothered. Picked up by Ben Thompson. Off the left. Skews it wide. Donnet tracks the football. Handball over the right shoulder. And it was probably a low ball. A low percentage footy. And now it'll be the Dragons who have got it up there with Austin on the wing.
Good kick into the middle, opens it up for Morris. Morris is away. He can go long inside forward 50. Ureta tracking back, couldn't quite take the mark, spills to the back. It's picked up by Neves, who's going to be tackled by Maxted. He just gets out of the tackle as Jonty Neves, ever reliable down there. Kick into the middle. Evans made it work. Lost it though. Smetzer picks it up. He's got a few options, and one of them is a short pass to Jack Keating. And you can write this one in the book because he is a beautiful shot of the footy. He's 50 out directly in front. I'm backing him in.
Geez, you've gone early, Cam, but again, just disposal efficiency. Eaglehawk unable to hit a target coming out of D50. Turnover. Sandhurst, maybe a little bit of lack of accountability there by Eaglehawk going the other way, which is leading to this shot on goal.
I'm going the big pump up, but Keating's going to be one of the best disposal users of the footy in the competition. Very rarely does he miss a target. And right as I say that, the kick's gone right to the line, and wow. Makes me look good because he has slammed it. Jack Keating kicks the goal, and Sandhurst get their fourth. They move to 4-4, 4-5. Eaglehawk a 2-3. Score sponsor is Don Smallgoods. Don is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
As much as I want to say a broken clock's right twice a day, Cameron, you did get that right. That was a beautiful kick from 50, nailing that one, and nearly 10 minutes in, that's our first goal of the quarter.
Back in the middle, it will be a ball up. Sandhurst dominating at the moment, 14-point margin. Sun is shining. Heath is dominating the ruck work against Smetzer. Smith wins it though, gives it to Morris. Morris to the Dragons. I'll go forward again, but the kick is wayward. So a mark's been taken by Hanley. He gave it to Wheeler by hand. Spreads it wide to the outer side wing. Picked up by Green. Green gives it to Smith. Island office support. Back to Smith. Smith of the Dragons still up on the wing. They set themselves. Wheeler, ground level, emerges with the footy. Spills to Heath. Handball forward. Now through Hoare. They'll go long. The Borough, one-on-one. Isley is one of them. Ball spills to the front of the pack. Island mops up. Handball to Mills. Mills, they'll work it clinically to Connick. Connick shows it. Fleet-footed heels. He goes, hits his target. Couldn't mark it there. Was Austin of the Dragons. He was good enough. Gives it to Hood by hand. Hood will spread it wide, but it's 2-on-1. Eaglehawk. Bennett did well. Big fist. Back up to his own footy. He's in the back zone. Needs to be careful. Handball over the shoulder. Wheeler lifted the elbow. Probably gave away a free kick. And did, and it was always there, Mick Delaney. It's going to be a free kick. I reckon Dayton Ureta, who's had his problems with injury, gets up with a groggy head.
Yeah, that was an elbow straight across the jaw of Ureta there. He's gone the fend off and nailed him flush as he, looks to pass the ball inside forward 50 and hits up Austin, is it?
He does exactly that. Plays on. No one stands to the mark. He goes goalward on the left and puts it through and extends the margin. It's now 35 playing 15. Sandhurst dominating at the moment. Scores sponsor Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Really sloppy there by Eaglehawk. Not able to man the mark, and 35, 40 metres out in the pocket. You'd want to make that a tough shot, but he just got on his bike, took his 5 or 6 steps, got his momentum behind him and slotted it from 30 out. 5 goals in a row now, Cameron. Eaglehawk kicked the first 2. Sandhurst have kicked the last 5.
Yeah, we'll cost the Norman a moment for some stats that might back that up, but I don't want to write Eaglehawk up because we saw what they did in that last quarter on grand final day last year, but This is a very good-looking Sandhurst side, and Eaglehawk have got a lot of questions to answer. Free kick in the middle. Davis takes the advantage, slams it inside forward 50 on his left, but it'll be an intercept mark for Fergus Green, who's playing in his defensive 50. He quickly swings it out wide to Green. Lovely kick underneath the scoreboard. Finds Keating. Keating goes down the line. No mark taken to Hood. Just got to the bottom of the pack. They try and work it forward to the Dragons. It's Wright that slams it forward. Hanley intercepted it for the Borough. He'll dangerously go into the middle for Heath, who's got to beat a couple, and he takes a terrific grab, 2-on-1. There's the big ruckman Heath. Handball's off to Wheeler. Wheeler then wheels it inside forward 50. Dare I say it, it's a poor kick, and Ireland takes the intercept mark. He'll swing it out wide to Harry Free, who is all free by himself.
He is. And again, they look for that reverse horseshoe. This is their game. And what they try to do is suck the opposition back up to into where their area is, and then they just play on and find some space and time. Butler of the Dragons. It's poor disposal of the footy. Wheeler intercepted. Wheeler got collared. Probably tried to do too much, and I reckon that was their Mick, so it's a free kick to Sandhurst.
Definitely was.
So the footy, it's with Morris. Morris, right half back. Short pass in the middle. Finds Ureta, who's coming into the game. Got chinned a couple of minutes ago, but he's shaken that off. He goes on the right, spreads it wide. Maxted is the target. He had 2 to beat. Ground level, they've got numbers. Ball just squirted out to right of the Dragons. Inside forward 50, hard up against the boundary line. Billy Evans is there. He spills it there to Hoare. Now it is the 2 Blues. Short pass, it's aggressive. Finds Heath. Just in the back half. Heath now look to go swimming pool side. He's in a little bit of trouble. Shows composure. Handballs to a teammate. Now Eaglehawk will bring it down the outer side wing.
Down the line, Ireland got up and is he taking a mark, giving away a free kick? He got good purchase of the footy. Into the middle, he'll find Cooper Smith. Smith takes the mark. Who's just going to slow things down, I feel. 15 minutes into the second quarter, he's going to go right back to his defensive 50 where he finds Wilson Butler. Butler aggressive to Green. Green can come out towards Mills if he wants to. Decides against that option. Looks to go further central. Good kick. Mark taken Lockie Wright. Centre of the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Lockie Wright. Eaglehawk being pretty good defensively here with the setup, but Sandhurst are content just to chip their way through it. Out to Lockie Hood.
They're just picking them apart at the moment, Cam.
Yeah, they're further forward. You're right, Johnny. They're trying to suck them up and then allow that next kick, aren't they? Maxted flew up, couldn't take the mark. Turnover, Neves. Handball, poor. Turnover, Smith. He'll wheel it inside forward 50. Here's a chance. A big fly! No mark taken. It spills to ground. Ureta's able to get it at ground level. He'll dribble it towards goal. Wheeler's playing on the goal line as like a goalie, and he'll just clear it out of there, but it might be coming back because he's kicked it straight to Ferg Green, who will then chip it short. Mark taken by Stagg. Might have been Austin that had that big fly before. I reckon he got up really high.
He's up there for a long time.
Did he get his hands on the ball at all? I thought it was unrealistic for a moment, but
Stagg's kick inside forward 50 is good, and the mark is taken by Dayton Ureta, 20 metres out, slightly to the right of goal, but he'll back himself from here. MCD FNL update. Avoca a 3-2-20, Navarre 2-4-16, the Maryborough Giants 1-1-7, Harcourt 4-1-25. And it'll be a shot at goal. So Ureta comes in. And he should kick truly, and that he does. So he puts it through, and Sandhurst is skipping away a little bit now. 6-5-41, Eaglehawk 2-3-15, 16 minutes into the second quarter. Danger signs for the Borough. The score sponsor is Parsons Towings in Castlemaine.
6 goals in a row now to Sandhurst, and they are just picking them apart at the moment, just lowering the eyes, hitting up targets, keeping possession footy. And interestingly enough, Cam, 6 individual goal kickers. It's not just one person that's dominating any one aspect forward of centre.
Cheerio to Father Jackson Saunders, who is listening from Harry Point, a pub near Mackay.
Yeah,
he's
sent me
enjoying
that
his
message
little
as
holiday
well.
out. Well, looks like a beautiful view up there.
And he's also sending us scores, correct me if I'm wrong. Midiamo 4-3, lead Calival 3-4. So get back to enjoying yourself, Father Jackson. He's got the banana boat out there. as it will be Eaglehawk that wins it out of the middle. It'll be a long kick inside forward 50. They need to do something here, Eaglehawk, or this game will slip away from them. Mills now for the Dragons. Spreads it wide. Keating is the target. Hits Keating. And Father Jackson Saunders, he might be sitting up there. He's in a pub as well. But he is allowed to drink red wine as Keating. Long ball to the wing. They are, aren't they? I don't know my Bible studies that well. It's good work there by McGregor. McGregor gave it to a teammate in Ty Evans. Inside forward 50. This is better. He finds Ben Thompson, who takes a mark on 49 metres. He probably hasn't got the confidence to kick it from there. He's got Billy Evans, who, decreases the margin, not by much. He's standing on 40, Mick, so it's going to be a good kick.
Oh, terrible marking there by Sandhurst. 3 inside forward 50 marks in a row.
So what happened there is Evans just went the short pass and found Misfud, who found space as Mick described. Demarcation dispute amongst the commentators up here.
A little bit.
One's doing comments and one's doing commentary. Not looking at you, mate. Cam's looking at me like he doesn't know what's going on. Misfud kicks a goal. He does know what's going on. And they all get to him because it's his debut game and his debut goal for the two Blues. And that has given them just a little bit to smile about here as we approach half-time. 6-5-41 Sandhurst, 20-point margin, Eaglehawk 3-3-21, 18 and a half gone. Score sponsor Parsons Towing, local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
They needed that one, didn't they, Johnny? Just to break the run that Sandhurst, they've had a stranglehold on this game for well over a quarter now, but hopefully this gives Eaglehawk some momentum for the last 10 minutes of this quarter, or this half actually, to be able to put a few more on the board and make this one close.
Misfud's only new, but you wouldn't have thought that with his calibre you'd be leaving him unchecked in the forward line, would you, Mick?
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, the big difference in this game so far has been turnovers. 8 have gone Sandhurst's way in this quarter alone compared with 4 to Eaglehawk.
Back in the middle, Evans will take it out of the middle, handball forward here, tracking after it'll be White, but Sandhurst turn it over. Ureta emerges with the footy, swings the kick out wide, intercept mark, well read Charlie Langford. Langford plays on. High ball, needs a big fly and he gets one here, no mark taken. I mean, Misfud that got there in the end. Turnover into the middle of the ground, the Dragons emerge with the footy. They'll send it out wide to Ollie Morris, who's able to handball over the top to Smith. Smith couldn't quite take it cleanly, well read by O'Shaughnessy for Eaglehawk. He went through, tapped it forward, but Mills was good. He won it forward for the Dragons, sent it inside forward 50. Coughlin tried to tap it forward, it bounces around inside forward 50. Langford comes to hold it up inside forward 50 and create a forward 50 stoppage for the Dragons.
Up they'll go in the ruck. Ball will spill. Austin picked it up and went round the body on the left, but no one's home. It's all Eaglehawk. Defensively, they'll work it through the back half. A long ball beyond 50. Hood got his hands on the footy. Billy Evans did as well. And might get pinged incorrect disposal, so Jack Keating with a free kick. Short pass to Maxted. Hasn't looked like dominating this game as yet, Maxted. He's a big presence up forward. He's hard up against the boundary line. Way too far out to score. Short pass forward, 25 metres. Good pass. Stagg gave him the lead. He honoured it, hit him on the chest. And dare I say, Stagg's too far to score as well. Gave it back to Maxted by hand. To the top of the square. It was a good long high kick, but it's a turnover. Nick Hoare takes it for Eaglehawk.
Important mark for Hoare. He'll short pass to Evans. 20 minutes just ticked over in this quarter. Evans central, putting his teammate under all sorts of pressure. Sandhurst turn it over at ground level. It comes to Pinnijo, who was nailed in the tackle. He had eyes for goal and he was caught by Davis, and that's holding the ball. So Davis gets out quickly, swings the kick out wide. Tommy Bennett's on the end of it. Bennett works it further forward. Oscar White will have to come. Couldn't quite take the mark. Island had enough of a presence to force a turnover there. Dragons work it backwards to Keating. Keating's kick central. Missed its target. Evans turnover Eaglehawk. Can they pounce away through the middle? Pass was good. Isley couldn't take the mark. Knocked off hands. Oscar White was good through traffic. Gave it to Evans. Evans will go back where it came from. It's Ty Evans to Billy Evans. Evans wasn't clean. Pinninger picked it up for the Dragons, gave it to Maxted. Maxted to Keating. Keating to Connick, and they're away straight down the middle. Connick's kick inside forward 50. Playing in front will be Charlie Langford, the man we spoke to pre-game.
Langford, short pass laterally to Neves. Neves handball further laterally to Wheeler. Wheeler of Eaglehawk round the body, up the chimney, goes to the wing. They'll set themselves. Isley couldn't quite mark it, but it spills. Now Eaglehawk will go forward. The kick came from Davis. Davis shallow inside forward 50, trying to find the man in Misfud. He's in the area. He's got 3 or 4 to beat. Still, the cavalry arrived through Thompson. It wasn't enough, and over the boundary line, hard up against the point post, we'll have a ball in. Couple of glimpses, Mick Delaney.
Yeah, there is a little bit there. He's an exciting player, 3-on-1, and he managed to get the ball deep into the forward pocket. Eaglehawk would consider that a win.
Ball in, 20-point margin. We're in time on second term. Ball is thrown in. Isley with a tap to the front of the pack. Ground level. A lot of players around the footy. Fergus Green emerges with a footy, put it under his arm, then he kicked it long. Smetzer offended for the Dragons, ran with the flight of the footy, and Jonty Neves, he receives a free kick for the Borough.
Yeah, it was front on contact, so Neves has it, centre wing, grandstand side. Wheels around on the right, sends it inside, forward 50. Knocked away from Heath. It spills to Ben Thompson, who was tackled straight away. Dragons will keep it alive through Pinninger to Green. Ball still in play. Green did well. Short pass inboard finds Hood. Oh, Hood will go short again. Stagg, and this is where Sandhurst kill you once they get in this position, Mick. And they're able to just chip around.
They've done well at it all day.
Maxted swings it backwards.
For someone so prominent up forward, Johnny and Cam, he's only kicked 2 goals in his last 6 games as well as Kobe Maxted.
Free got the handball. Then he ran himself into a little bit of trouble, so he had to retreat to Ireland. Ireland will then short pass here. Not 15 for Howard, but he's got time and space and a little bit of composure for a young player. Wheels the kick up towards centre wing. Pool side boundary line should win out here. Bennett overran the footy. Kept alive by Jack Thompson. Handball over his head was good to Sam Thompson. Where there's one Thompson, there's generally another, and that was no exception. It's taken by Wheeler. Wheeler's kick to Mullen. Can they get something going here, Eaglehawk? Mullen to Neves. He'll charge out of defence. High ball. Needs to be good here, Davis, and he was. Terrific grab. Going with the flight of the footy. Gets up on the left, wheels around quickly, slams it in. Misford's going to fly. O'Shannessy also came in from the side late, knocked it forward. Turnover Dragons. Wilkinson to Stagg. Stagg, Ureta. Now they're away through the middle.
Short one over the top. Oh, it was horrible for McNamara. He didn't have much of a chance, but somehow they win the footy. Stagg did well. Gives it out to Connick. Connick goes further afield to McNamara. McNamara's got Smith on. Cooper Smith lets it bounce, then collects, tries to get past. He does. Then he'll come inboard. He'll go to the top of the square where it's one-on-one. Coughlin with a juggling mark. Contested true one-on-one. Wheeler pleads his case, gives away 50, and this will be a no-brainer now.
I reckon Wheeler had a lot of the touch on that footy, Mick.
Yeah, I reckon he did too, but umpire's always right.
Well, I'll say that the umpire's 2 metres away and we're about 200, so let's take that how you like it, because he slots it through, and Sandhurst now, they extend the lead. That's 7-5-47 to 3-3-21. 26 minutes almost ticked over in this second term. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods. Don is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live. And as I said, Mick, the umpire was on the spot.
Yep, definitely. Umpire's always right. He was right there. We're a long way away. Coughlin, the first multiple goal kicker for the day. That's his second.
Been good. James Coughlin might be in contention for our Bendigo City Framers Best on Ground Sponsors Award as well, Mick.
Yeah, I reckon so. You reckon he's doing a job on Noah Wheeler down there, making him accountable?
Possibly. Sandhurst will be the happier of the two sides as we hit half-time. 7-5-47, Eaglehawk 3-3-21. A 26-point lead to the Dragons, but don't write them off. After what happened on Grand Final Day last year, you reckon that might just be in the mind of a few of these Sandhurst players if they continue to lead this game into a similar margin at three-quarter time?
Oh, it always has to be, doesn't it? Good teams don't rest, and for those that have played footy, watched a lot of footy and know footy, know that the third quarter is the premiership footy quarter.
Norm, what were the stats telling us here at half-time?
Well, in that quarter, inside 50s were even. 9 to Sandhurst, 8 to Eaglehawk, but Sandhurst made more work, made better opportunity, because we see down back there's been turnovers, 5 in defence and 9 in the midfield that quarter for Eaglehawk. Half time at the Hedges Oval, Maryborough.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger for me.
Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
Mix and red gum in stock plus more. Renewably sourced, seasoned to perfection for a longer burn time, a warmer home, producing less ash. Get your wood pile stocked from Bendigo Firewood and Soil, McDowell's Road, East Bendigo. Find fresh sponsor at bendigofirewoodandsoil.com.au.
Experience the serenity of the Moon Balinese Massage and Spa Castlemaine. From therapeutic massage to relaxation, positive energy healing and Balinese massage with full body hot stones. Fresh sponsor, the Moon Balinese Massage and Spa, can balance your body and energy, reduce stress, improve circulation, whilst promoting deep relaxation and well-being. Discover a touch of Bali at the Moon Balinese Massage and Spa. Book online or go to 184 Barker Street, Castlemaine. Private health insurance available.
Fresh sponsor Parsons Towing Castlemaine is a 24/7 towing service covering all your towing needs, from accidents to breakdowns. Parsons Towing can handle anything from cars, trucks, buses, machinery, containers, even motorcycles. Parsons Towing is a family-owned business that understands the importance of prompt, professional service. Parsons Towing has now joined the team at Bellevue Panels in Bendigo, covering a larger area. To get you back on track anytime, anywhere. ParsonsMotorbody.com.au.
Here is the picture. Picture Art Plus and Bendigo City Framers are now one business that offers you even greater opportunities. Enjoy the same fantastic staff and service that bring your innovative designs to life. You can frame your memories or explore other stunning artwork, plus wall art, framing options and convenient parking right at the door. Fresh sponsor, location at 80A Garsted Street, Bendigo, on the corner of Arthur Street. Got the picture?
Steve Barty Gas is your local supplier of household, LPG cylinders, forklift, industrial and hospitality gases. They refill or exchange barbecue and camping cylinders and have a range of lubricants and greases. Steve Barty is a local bloke and has serviced Castlemaine and surrounding districts for over 40 years. For great service and competitive prices, contact Fresh sponsor Steve and the team on 5472 1262 or info@stevebartygas.com.au.
Hey, you'll need lots of firewood to get you through this bitter cold winter. Stock up with quality wood. It's available right now from Bendigo Firewood and Soil, delivered straight to your door. Hardwood mix and red gum in stock plus more. Renewably sourced, seasoned to perfection. For a longer burn time, a warmer home, producing less ash. Get your wood pile stocked from Bendigo Firewood and Soil, McDowell's Road, East Bendigo. Find Fresh sponsor at bendigofirewoodandsoil.com.au.
We are keeping it fresh. Your local station, Bendigo's Fresh, 101.5 FM. It's half time and I hope you're enjoying today's live Bendigo football match. Footy Fresh Central Victoria's local station has for more than 35 years broadcasted local live footy. Please support the local businesses that you hear during this broadcast, as it's local businesses that support your community football. After local band Darkside's weekend song, we return with more live Bendigo football.
Heading down an open highway, those that seek and those that find, hidden fears fire back at me. Sand cold shivers racing down my spine. There ain't much that I remember. I'll sleep until the afternoon, waiting for the weekends to come round. The private smoky hotel, stuck in this dead-end town. Nameless heads and nameless faces. They can try, but they won't bring me down. There ain't much that I remember. I'll sleep until the afternoon, waiting for the weekends to come round. Heading down an open highway, those that seek and those that find, hidden fears fire back at me. Sand cold shivers racing down my spine. There ain't much that I remember. I'll sleep until the afternoon, waiting for the weekends to come round. To come round. Waiting for the weekends to come round. Waiting for the weekends. Waiting for the weekends. Waiting for the weekends to come round. Waiting for the weekends to come round.
Only one local radio station for live local footy. Only one local station supporting live community sport across central Victoria. The people out walking know, even bus drivers know. And you know, it's Bendigo's Fresh.
Local footy, simply the best. Bendigo football beats all the rest at Bendigo's Fresh FM. We broadcast your local footy team on your weekend. It could be the Bloods or maybe the Bulldogs or the Hawks flying high, even the Magpies flying by. Watch out for the Dragons breathing fire and the Kangaroos. Take on this platform on your weekend. We are local footy's best friend. Remember it's Bendigo. Fresh FM. Watch out for the dragons, breathing fire and the kangaroos, taking it higher. Watch out for the storm, you can catch it all. Watch out for the dragons, breathing fire and the kangaroos, taking it higher. Watch out for the storm, you can catch it all. Here on this platform on your weekend.
Sponsor, more live Bendigo football. And now it's time to fire up delicious Don Footy Franks. They're made for the footy. Is Don, is good.
It's the place we wanna be. More local football, and it's time to go back to the home ground on Bendigo's Fresh FM. Go local, go local footy, more local. Let's go Fresh, let's go.
Local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live. Sandhurst and Eaglehawk, round 10 of the Bendigo Footy League. The Dragons from Sandhurst, 7-5-47 to Eaglehawk, 3-3-21. A very good looking Sandhurst side, but a lot to come in the second half of this game, so do not write the Borough out of this game ease. Castlemaine 7-7-49, Golden Square 4-4-28, Kangaroo Flat 4 behinds, Gisborne 8-9-57, the Storm 6-6-42, and the Bloods from South Bendigo 5-5-35. Norm Jenkins.
MCD FNL half-time, Harcourt 8-2-50, Maryborough Giants 4-3-27, and Newstead 9-11-65, Campbell's Creek 4-4-28.
Much improved Campbell's Creek team this year. They're on the scoreboard, which is good to see from them, giving Newstead a competitive game.
Yes, it is. You're right there, Cam. And when they've been against sides, you know, in the... Well, we can't say the lower half of the ladder with Newstead because they're currently sitting third, but when they've been against sides that have been around their level, they've been very competitive. And in the Loddon Valley half-time, the close one, Midiamo 7-7-49 to Calaval United 7-3-45.
Good chance for both of those two sides to get another win on the board between Midiamo and Calaval, down the bottom of the last few years. So, of course, the big story today. We've got any updates from out at Newbridge. No scores coming through from Newbridge yet. I'm wondering what the crowd would be like out there. It'd be absolutely pumping, you would imagine.
Be pretty big, I reckon, Cameron. But yeah, Lukey Lagoon out at Midiamo's done a ripper job out there with limited people available.
Well, I got told a figure from someone at the Newbridge Football Club. They're expecting 20,000 people there today. And they had the grand final out there last year and they only got 5,000 people. So I don't know where they're pulling these numbers from, but...
Seems pretty high. I'm not sure you'd be able to get that many people in around the town there, let alone around the ground.
Think, Newbridge would fit 20,000 people anywhere in that town.
I know that would have been expecting a massive crowd out there. Not sure we would have got that many, but it'll be interesting to see what the outcome is. Of course, if there is one player that would pull that many players, that many supporters, it probably would be Gary Ablett Jr., of course, running around for Newbridge. Sandhurst, 26 points up, Mink. Who have been their better players that have really got themselves going? One multiple goal kicker in Coghlan, singles to Howard, Austin, Stagg and Ureta.
Yeah, Sandhurst, they've been really good. Again, from that first 10-minute burst that Eaglehawk had in the first quarter, it's been all Sandhurst, really, hasn't it? With 7 of the next 8 goals. But for Eaglehawk, Noah Wheeler's been good, Billy Evans has been good, but it's been Callum Heath. He's probably been the one shining light, Cam, that they've had this game. He's won 95% of the ruck clearances, giving them first opportunity to get the ball forward, but it's all been Sandhurst.
Sandhurst really well coached, I think, and it starts with Fergus Green. This year he's playing like on the wing and today off half back. His class coming off the half back, his bullet balls just set up play. It's just fantastic.
It's almost selfless, isn't it?
Yeah.
He could be, we've seen him running up and down the wings, we've seen him going forward of centre and kicking goals. He's been really good this year, 16 goals in 8 games, mind you, Johnny, but he's just sitting down back, picking off those intercept marks, setting up his teammates. Just a very selfless and, as we heard earlier, just a team-first orientated type of guy.
He's all class. He just sways and he moves and he's just got time and space. He's really been the rebounder for me, and he's probably best on for Sandhurst. But Dayton Ureta, he got chinned halfway through that term, and then all of a sudden that just might have knocked a little bit of sense into him or something, because all of a sudden he started to get his hands on the footy. Liam Island, unsung hero, I reckon up back, he is a little bit similar to those other players, because once they start launching from that half-back zone, they're almost unstoppable. Darcy Mills, Jack Keating, Cooper Smith, they've got a power of them, I reckon, today, hence they lead by 26 points.
We heard the President's address earlier before the teams ran out on the ground that they were going a bit smaller today, and they were looking to generate a little bit more run and carry, and that's the way it's been. They've just been picking apart the zone defence that Eaglehawk have put on offer, and yeah, they've looked really, really good.
Massive crowd gathering for Sandhurst under the tent here as well for a bit of a halftime talk as well. A few people involved in that, Mick, but pretty good numbers there.
Yeah, I can see Archer Day-Wicks from the Essendon Footy Club down there. Phil Carman, AFL legend, down there as well. A few well-known people in the AFL space mingling amongst the locals here at Sandhurst.
Is Phil Carman's connection to Sandhurst any connection?
He loves footy.
Loves footy, helps him out. Second half, here's John Hunter.
Up they go in the ruck, 7-5-47, playing 3-3-21. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live as Eaglehawk will win it. Charlie Langford getting his hands on the footy, spreads it wide to Bennett. Bennett of Eaglehawk inside forward 50, but guess who? Fergus Green just read it best in the back pocket. He'll look to reverse horseshoe out. You can pick it up already what they're trying to do. In fact, did he kick that out of bounds on the full? No, he didn't. Found his teammate, might have been free with the footy. Goes long to the outer side. Hard up against the boundary line. In fact, they'll keep it in now. Smetzer with the footy to half forward. Maxted, 2-on-1. He had the better position. Turns and goes. He'll put it low and hard, but it was a poor kick. Intercepting mark by Aidan Hanley of Eaglehawk.
He had Austin charging forward as well there, I reckon, Mick, if he could have just hit that shorter pass. But they get away with one there. Davis handball forward for Eaglehawk. Missed its intended target, Evans. Stagg pounces. Island picks up the footy, gives it to Smith. Smith gives it to Connick. Connick will wheel the kick towards Ureta, who comes out stretching, couldn't take the mark. Knocked away from him by Eaglehawk towards the boundary line. That was by Aidan Hanley. Kept alive, Davis. Poor kick, out of bounds on the full.
Hey Mick, I'll tell you a story about Phil Carman when I played against him one day. I've told this story before, but it's been quite a while. You'll find it quite amusing. Not quite now. When we get a break in play, I'll give it to you.
Fergus Green will bring the ball back into play. Nice incentive way for the listeners to turn up the radio dial and keep listening to a good game of footy here with the story to come. Connick wheels onto his right, faked the kick on the left. Max did a one-on-one with Neves. Neves brought it to ground. Dived on top of it. It's the second one, but it spills out to Austin. He was tackled straight away. Little dribbling kick inside forward 50. Billy Evans collects for Eaglehawk. Will wheel the kick out wide. Goes over the head of Connick. Davis and Green couldn't take it either. Out of bounds, boundary throw in.
Wouldn't be the first punch in the head I got playing footy as well, Nick. That's all I can say.
Neves, another one who was started in the long sleeves, now sporting the short sleeves.
Must be a bit warm out there as the sun has gone in. There's no rain forecast. There might be a little bit around. Wouldn't be much though, you wouldn't think. Up in the ruck they go. Sexton tapped it straight to the opposition. Sam Thompson was the man for Eaglehawk. His kick was ineffective. Ty Evans grabbed the footy. 2 Dragons players grab him. I'm not sure if he had prior opportunity, but the umpire thought he did. So it will be free kick Sandhurst. Short pass came from Morris to Matt Wilkinson. Wilkinson trots on. Short pass forward 25 metres. Connick made him work. Stood his ground. Wheeler was bearing on him, but Connick was good enough. Connick hard up against the boundary line. Short pass. Maxted wasn't a good kick for him. Jonty Neves had the better position for Eaglehawk and takes a mark. Let him off the hook there, Mick.
Yeah, it did. Jonty Neves, though, really good down back, isn't he? One of the premier intercept defenders in the competition.
Seems to be, whenever Sandhurst and Eaglehawk play where you find Neves, you find Maxted. Those two just always tend to play on each other. Free kick, Eaglehawk. Heath will slam it up towards Jack Thompson, who's got to go against Mills. He read it nicely to get to the drop of the footy. Handball to Mullen. Mullen picks it up, steps through traffic on the right. Lovely little pass inside forward 50. Mark taken. And a chance here. Might be Jack Donnett that's got the footy, who will line him up 30 metres out. This will be a big start for Eaglehawk if he can kick truly.
Yeah, I think he needs it. He's been a little bit rushed early on, a bit fumbly with the ball. This will do his confidence well to good.
Haven't seen a lot of him as a forward, Jack Donnett, in the times watching Eaglehawk, Johnny, but seems to be playing a lot more forward today.
He does, you're right. Yeah, usually he's a lot back, down back, so...
Well, when you can kick truly like that, you deserve it. He puts it straight through the middle and gives it to Celebration. Jack Donnett. Eaglehawk get the first goal of the second half, and a much-needed goal at that. And that brings the margin down a little bit here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. 7-5-47, 20-point lead. Eaglehawk 4-3-27. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods is Don is good.
Jack Donnett went forward last week against Broadford and kicked 3 goals. Cam, after starting the year down back, might be a new role for him.
Back in the middle, it'll be Heath in the ruck again. He's dominating this game for Eaglehawk against Sexton. Probably a dead heat. Sexton in the end slapped it, but gave it to Evans. Ty Evans by hand to Sam Thompson to half forward. Ball spills, free, can't pick it up for Sandhurst, then dives in after the footy. Stoppage, ball up, cross half forward. So I was playing for Castlemaine, Mick, in my early days in the seniors. And Phil Carman had previously played for Essendon, so he was one of my heroes. He comes to me in the centre. He is a big man. He's about 6'4" and I'm 5' nothing. As the ball comes off half back to Sandhurst, in the direction of Austin. Austin turns and goes to half forward. Footy bounces. Dead heat. Ball up. He comes to me and he says, good on you, young fella. Hope you go well. And as the ball was bounced up, lights out for me. Bang, come over the top. He got my confidence and then knocked me out after being an Essendon fan for all those years.
Oh dear.
Bennett handballs out wide. Maybe that was a sign to jump off Essendon. You might have done something with your life if you did that.
You wouldn't have one of those stories playing for Denali Seconds, though, I'd imagine, Cameron.
As a Carlton supporter, you just stay in your lane, Cameron.
Down the line they go, the Borough. Mark taken. Misfud. Can he get involved a lot in this second half and bring Eaglehawk back into the contest? Kick inside forward 50. Good strong tackle by Donnett. Receives a ball up.
I do want to bring up, Cam, how difficult it would be for Misfud. Yes, he's got the credentials of being a VFL footballer, but he knows no one's name. He doesn't barely know anyone of the Eaglehawk team, so to call for the ball would be hard.
Ball is in the forward zone. Let's see what they can do. In fact, it might be a free kick, is it? Didn't see what it was for. It's for Eaglehawk. He's going goalward. Barnard Street end. Joel Mullen. Long way from home. And actually, Trav Matheson said before the game, I asked him what Misfud was like, and he said, I don't know, I haven't seen him play. So he's just going to throw him forward with O'Shannessy and Isley. Whistle on play. It will be a free kick going to the Dragons. So the ball will be spread wide by Howard. He's a big man as well. Finds Green. Green handball forward to Smith. Cooper Smith down the wing. Maxted's 2-on-1 again. Seems to be the theme of the afternoon when it comes to Maxted. And they're not doing him any favours, Mick. They're putting him under the footy, are they? They're not kicking it into the right position.
No, you're right. He's doing well, don't get me wrong, but they're not kicking it to his advantage and making life hard for him.
Steve, ground level.
Jackson Howard, who started the ball, started forward of the ball to start, has now moved behind the ball.
Interesting, Sandhurst wanting to play one behind the ball to try and stop a surge from Eaglehawk. Bennett emerges with the footy through the middle. They'll swing the kick out wide. It should sit for Langford. It does. Langford collects. Got a Shepherd from Hall. Was able to send the kick inside forward 50 and it was perfect. Landed straight on the chest of Jack Thompson, one of the remaining long sleeve players that started the game today. They're still wearing the long sleeves, Johnny.
And Fergus Green, of course, will never take them off.
There's something you'll never see. 8 interchanges happening all at one time.
That would be 4 from each team, Mick.
That's it. Good maths, Cameron.
Just keeping it simple for the listeners at home so they can understand what's going on
Good
there.
at that, Cameron.
Jack Thompson comes in, heading from the boundary on the right, starts at left, it stays left and goes through for a minor score.
They understand where you're coming from, Cam.
28 plays 47, Sandhurst lead 19 points, 8 minutes into the third quarter.
That's a good way to let the people know you can count from 1 to potato, Cameron.
Yeah.
Half-time MCD FNL Avoca 4-2, Navarre 9-9. Denali 5-2, Trentham 11-6, Natty 3-2 and Talbot 7-3.
Cam's very good until he runs out of fingers as the ball goes and so's as the ball's on the outer side. I don't know why we're talking like this yet because the footy's still hot, even though Sandhurst has dominated this whole game really. Just a little bit of the sting's gone out of the game for me. Let's see if we can get up and about. Heath wins the tap again for Eaglehawk. Cooper Smith has been good this afternoon. Dragons just overran the footy, then toe poked it a metre forward. Stagg dives in over the top. Also Hood, some big name players there for Sandhurst. And on right half forward, we'll have a ball up for Eaglehawk in attack. Ball spill wide. Ty Evans ground level, taps it out to Thompson. Thompson there to Hanley. In fact, it was Mullen. Mullen went to Ty Evans. Ty Evans handballed along the boundary line and eventually 60 from goal. Eaglehawk in attack. It goes over. We'll have a ball in. 47 playing 28. 9 minutes gone. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Throw in. Knock down Sexton. Hood emerges with the footy for the Dragons. We'll just kick it into the centre. No mark taken, but it bounces favourably for them through McNamara. Got some space. Wheels the kick out over the head of Maxted. Tracks it towards the boundary line. Couldn't quite keep it alive. We'll get a boundary throw in.
There's another one just out of the reach of Kobe Maxted's hands and dribbles out of bounds. Good to see Coop Smith, though. Cam back in action. Twice this year he's missed games through injury.
Yeah, he's a very important player to the Sandhurst side. Of course, the captain of the Dragons. So
Skipper.
I love having him out there. Throw in on the 50. Maxted wins the tap down. The Borough should have numbers to clean this one up. Handball to Wheeler, who was caught. Just got a handball away, according to the umpire. Spills out for the Dragons. Austin further handball forward. They go through traffic to the Borough before swinging it out to Keating, who was tackled by White straight away. Umpire says we'll ball it up inside forward 50.
Noah Wheeler very lucky there not to get holding the ball against him.
47 playing 28. Sandhurst lead. Midway through this third term, Sandhurst have dominated all this afternoon. Free kick, umpire called the wrong way for a moment. I thought it was going to be a Sandhurst shot at goal, but it won't be. It'll be Mullen for Eaglehawk across half-back. Shout out to Clydesdale, Laurie Ramsey, tuning in every week as he always does. He's got the pot belly going, enjoying a nice cup of tea, Laurie. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Short pass. He'll be waiting for Bill O'Brien tonight. He loves Bill.
Where's Clydesdale?
Oh, out near Idaho. You don't know what I'm talking about either, Cam, as Langford spread it wide. Finds a teammate. They'll work it through Hanley. Hanley to the outer side wing. It's a mark. It's a long way out. Kind of Newsteadish way out that way, Cam. As we go to half forwards within our range, that's for sure. Oh, don't argue. The new man, Musford, did well. I don't know, he mucked up Misford. He mucked up the kick. Then the ball spills. It'll be Sandhurst will clear. On the end of it now is Fergus Green.
Kick finds Ollie Morris, who takes the mark. So he's been good in this game, Ollie Morris. He's got 3 behinds to his name. He might be in contention for our City Framers Best on Ground Sponsors Award, potentially, Mick, which you'll be picking this afternoon. Kick from the Sandhurst Dragons, turned over into the middle. Eaglehawk will work it up. Mark taken 55 out from goal through Donnet. Donnet on the left. Inside forward 50. Island got up, couldn't take the mark. Spills to the back. O'Shaughnessy tracks after it. Can they get someone inside forward 50 here to get on the end of it? The Borough. Misford got it. Handball was good. Jack Thompson will swing it goalwards, but it never had the purchase he wanted, and it's gone through for a minor score. So 29 playing 47. 12 minutes into the third quarter. Sandhurst leading this game over Eaglehawk.
Yeah, Clydesdale's between Newstead and Guildford, Cam. Most notable person out there, Brett Garsett.
Yes, absolutely. Talking about famous people.
What's the population of Clydesdale?
Oh,
10?
You haven't got enough fingers to count them, Cam.
As the ball comes out, up to the wing. Commentary side.
Good grab.
Was by Howard, the Dragons. Inboard aggressive James Coughlin. Kicked a ripping goal early. Oh, blood rule. I thought he was going to reverse the kick, but we've just got a momentarily stop in play.
Joel Mullen's been busy this quarter too, lads. Lots of ball through the middle of the ground. He's been in the best 6 times out of the 8 games that he's played this year for Eaglehawk.
I think McNamara wanted to get that ball moving quickly, and the umpire's just holding him up completely. It's a little win for Eaglehawk to try and get some men back behind the ball, I think.
Right half back Howard for Sandhurst. Again, they're always looking to reverse it. In they go and out they come the other way. Ireland, further afield. Butler goes the outer side. Hits up his teammate in Howard again. Howard short pass forward to the wing. Matt Wilkinson marks. Receives. It's just clinical, the build-up. Wilkinson's looking to take it back the other way. Don't be surprised if he does it, and he does exactly that. So 2 reverse horseshoes for the price of 1. In they go one way, out the other. It's their staple diet. Ireland, Schmetzer. Schmetzer will come to Mills, you would think. Decides against it, then goes long down the line. I'm going to take a mark here. It's going to come in the commentary box. Almost. And they mucked it up. But you could see the clinical build-up to it, Cameron.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest finish to what was a pretty good passage of play. Should have hit that short pass to Mills, I reckon. They say never let a ruckman take on too much thinking when it comes to disposing of the footy. Mick?
It's the first time I've ever heard that, Cam.
Did you play in the ruck for Denali last week in the seconds?
Heath will slam it down the line. Intercept mark taken by Howard for the Dragons. He has been good, Howard. Right as we say that, the kick wobbles towards Connick. Connick couldn't get clean hands on it. Turnover. Heath's handball was good to Hanley. Hanley back to Bennett. Bennett to Sam Thompson. Off to Coatsmore. Coatsmore another long sleever now in a short sleeve. He's short pass good to Oscar White. 60 from goal. White will wheel around onto the left. It's a lovely kick inside forward 50 and it hits Jack Donnett nicely. He marks it 40 out from goal, 10 in from the boundary. Left-hand forward pocket. And the ghosts of the shadows of the old change rooms down there, as you would call it, Johnny.
Social rooms for the Bloods.
Yeah, no longer there. It only took you 12 months to realise they weren't there.
Yeah, well, that's right.
He kicked one from not far away from here earlier this quarter.
Good shot for goal is Jack Donnett. Not giving him the Jack Keating treatment like I did earlier, but I'll say he's a chance. 40 out for 2 goals in a row for Donnett on the right. Swings back nicely, and why wouldn't I give him that treatment? It's a lovely finish. Jack Donnett delivering, and all of a sudden it's back to a 12-point margin. So Eaglehawk are pressing here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Score sponsor is Bendigo City Framers. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is fresh live, 47 playing 35.
He got moved forward last week, kicked 3 against Broadford. Up forward again for Eaglehawk today and has kicked second in some would call the premiership quarter and has got Eaglehawk back to within 2 goals. Great work, young man.
As a coach, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the other thing in this third quarter is that Eaglehawk are getting turnovers either in defence or in the middle of the ground, which they couldn't get in the second.
My question to you, Mick, will be, and I'll get to you after this, is as Evans, I thought, was going to win it through the middle for Eaglehawk. Thompson does. Do a couple of little demons start to appear for Sandhurst from last year's grand final at this stage in the third term?
You can sort of, we've got the windows here in the commentary box, and you can sort of start to feel the murmurs and the nervousness in and around ground level, so I think yes.
Outer side, Neves taps the ball, but he gave it to Maxted. Coughlin picks it up to Smetzer. Dragons in possession. Smetzer put it towards the boundary line. They're asking for a lasso call. They're never going to get it because it just doesn't exist. And it wouldn't be a deliberate because I just think he missed his target, put it out of bounds and would be a ball in. Maxted doing the ruck now for Sandhurst. Hasn't had a big game here, Maxted, but in his defence, the ball that's been coming into him hasn't been on a platter like it usually is. They've done everything else right though, Sandhurst. Maxted in fact won the tap in the ruck, but he put it down the throat of Oscar White. White, who's been good in this term for Eaglehawk, kicks it, turnover, Dragons mark. Lockie Wright marks it for Sandhurst.
Lockie Wright will go backwards where he finds Fergus Green. Of course, playing in defence for the Dragons at the minute is Green. Short pass was good, finds Connick. So they've swung from one side to the other. Now they'll go back to where it came to Lockie Wright. Now the kick looks central, right to Mills. Mills has got it, defensive side of his 50, inside to the middle of the ground, finds Ollie Morris. I've liked his game this afternoon, Ollie Morris. Terrific younger player for the Dragons. Kick into the middle, Not great. Ben Thompson takes a terrific grab. And he flew in from the side and went over the top of Darcy Mills. But his kick was turned over, and then he played on. Oh, that's a calamity of errors.
Mills lucky there, Cam. He slipped over in that glue pot, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, now he's played on again, Evans, and it's just, well, it's turned into an absolute schmozzle of footy at the second there. Mills, Cooper Smith took the advantage and has banged it inside forward 50. Wilkinson collects and short pass is good. And the mark is taken. And it might be Ollie Morris again, I reckon.
His work rate's been really good.
Must be a contender for the Bendigo City Framers.
It's actually Cooper Smith, I think, that's got the footy this time around. So Smith will line them up from the top of the 50. But yeah, Morris definitely in contention for that award, I reckon. Handball off. It'll be a flying shot on goal for the Dragons. And it's Jack Keating who celebrated it, but it must hit the post.
Oh, he gave the high fives out too.
He did. He liked it off the boot. I was about to give him a big rap as well, but it hits the post. So a let off for the Borough. They trail by 13 points, 90 minutes into the third quarter.
Wheeler short pass, Langford hits him deep in the pocket. And Sandhurst game, Mick, it's easy to see what they're doing, but it's really hard to counter it if you're not on your game. Anyone can see their game plan, how they swing it across half back, but they just still do it with such efficiency. It's a hard job to counter it.
Very much so.
Ball is with Jonty Neves. Back half for Eaglehawk. Down the line, on the wing. Oh, Shaughnessy jumped early. Spilt to the back of the pack. Butler tracked it for the Dragons. Ball came over the top to Green. Fergus Green aggressive, hits Smetzer. Smetzer in the centre for Eaglehawk. Inside forward 50. Set themselves. Target, couldn't mark it. McNamara handballed it. Running onto it there was Coughlin. Handballs, it's okay. Finds Austin. Austin short pass to McNamara in the boundary line and just mucked it up and went out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, that disappointing by Sandhurst. Player open by himself in the pocket, unable to find him, ball in.
The throw in. Inside 50. Taken out of the ruck by Heath. Handball backwards to Neves. Neves just clears for territory and it just bounces in play. And out of bounds in front of Pinniger. We'll get a boundary throw in. 55 out from goal. 48 playing 35. Sandhurst leading. 20 minutes into the third quarter. Throw in from the young boundary umpire. Again, Heath taps it down. No mark taken, or no possession taken, Evans, but it works out to O'Shaughnessy, who's working a lot further forward up the ground, sends it down to a 2-on-1, and it's well read by Howard, who takes a terrific grab for the Dragons. A nice intercept. He'll go central for Ureta. Ureta marks. Happy to slow things down, I think, is Dayton Ureta. The lead is 13 points. He'll wheel out, and he's going to get a free kick. He was caught high by Sam Thompson. Looked like there was a lot in that one. What'd you see there, Mick? I just took my eyes off it at the last second.
Didn't see too much. There's a couple of players within my vision of what was going on.
A bit slow to get to his feet is Dayton Ureta. Of course, every time he gets a little hit now, there's going to be that little bit of extra concern. They'll swing the kick out wide. Now they'll come in board to free. Free central. Finds Keating. Keating's got it. Defensive 50 for the Dragons.
Spreads it wide. Hits his target. Is Butler. Butler, oh, that's an awkward looking kick. He tried to go, I don't know what he tried to do up the chimney, but it was horrible. To Mills. They're going to get away with it though. Back to Howard. Howard racking up a few posies in this third term. To Stagg. Straightens it. The Dragons up. Stagg gives it off to Connick. Connick now for the Dragons. Inside forward 50. Poor kick. Hits the opposition in Neves, so turnover. Neves in his back half for Eaglehawk. Defence of Sam Thompson, he did say sorry pretty quickly. I don't reckon he meant to give you rate on one on that occasion.
Forward to see where the kick was going to go and just missed exactly what happened.
That's a poor kick as well. It'll cause a turnover to Lockie Hood. Intercepts in the middle for the Dragons. So a couple of turnovers from both sides. Poor disposal. This one's not. Hits Keating of the Dragons, who kicked the last point, which is a ripper, as he goes further wide to Matty Wilkinson, hard up against the boundary line. Halfway between the wing and left half forward. Looks backwards, spots up Butler.
Yeah, it feels like Eaglehawk haven't touched the footy in a good few minutes here. Out wide, Lockie Wright takes the mark. Will come central. At the legs of Connick. Connick's handball was good to Howard. Howard to Wright to Maxted. Maxted out wide. Another uncontested mark, Butler. Butler's kick to Fergus Green. Geez, I'd love to know how many uncontested marks the Dragons have taken this afternoon. It feels like a lot. Here's another one. Butler. Swings it to Howard. Feels like a bit like that old Simpsons clip at the moment, you know. Centre passes to midfield, he holds it, back to centre. Back, you know what I'm talking about there? It's just what it feels like in the last couple of minutes for Sandhurst. They're not going forward, but they're not giving up possession of the footy.
That's just smart footy.
Green swings it out wide. Howard takes the mark. Another switch for the Dragons will come out to Mills this time. Maxted will present down the line. Mills decides against it. Swings around as Mills. Hanley gets in front to knock it away. But it was good by Pinniger to Mills. Maxted waited on the bounce. Worked out okay. Mills to Connick. Connick eventually. Now they'll get a look inside forward 50. Wilkinson at the back's got to beat 3. It spills out for Bennett of the Borough. Bennett should be able to collect it. He just didn't quite take it cleanly and he's tackled straight away. Have a ball up inside forward 50.
So we're approaching quarter time. It'll be a short quarter, I think. The previous one was as well. Population of Clydesdale, for those interested, is 45. As the ball is at ground level. Stagg, handball. Picked up there by Morris. Goes goalward and goes to the goal line, but a mark on the line. And Coughlin is going to have it taken off him. Free kick to Eaglehawk. Hanley is the recipient. Shook his head when he didn't get it. Ground level now. Bennett picks it up for Eaglehawk. Kicks it to the wing. Free did well, defensive punch. They'll track it towards the boundary line. Oscar White has been pretty good this term, I reckon, for Eaglehawk. Sees it over the boundary line. We'll have a ball in.
Strathfield say starting to kick away from South Bendigo as well. 11-10-76 to the Bloods. 7-7-49.
13-point margin. So it's going to be 3 goals here, the difference. For my reckoning, I don't think Eaglehawk have led all day. Correct me if I'm wrong in the background. As Stagg, handball over the top, turnover, gave it to Wheeler of the opposition. Then Wheeler coughed it up and Ureta swoops in after the footy. Ball spilled to Connick. Connick of the Dragons, long down the line. They'll set themselves. McNamara did well in the contest. Nick Hoare, who's been pretty quiet for the last term for Eaglehawk, sees it over the line.
Eaglehawk kicked the first 2 goals of the day, John.
Thank you very much. It's a long time ago, Steve.
48 playing 35. Heath knocked it down. It's been a very stagnant kind of third quarter, it feels like, Mick. It's just been all on Sandhurst terms. But they haven't really got a lot of reward for the dominance, I feel. Player is 65 metres out with the footy.
Stagg.
He's going to have a go. Why wouldn't you?
He wants to go the old school Torrey. I reckon this will land about 20 metres out.
Malcolm Blight, eat your heart out if he can kick this one, and he's not even going to get the kick 20 metres.
No.
It's a shocker.
It's landed 40 out.
Didn't make any purchase with it at all. A 13-point lead to the Dragons. What does the final quarter bring from the Queen Elizabeth Oval? Is it a repeat of grand final day last year, or can the Dragons steady and get another win and reclaim themselves back into the top 2 of a Bendigo footy on the ladder in 2026? Other games, it is Golden Square. They've come right back to only trail Castlemaine by 10 points, 50 playing 60. Kangaroo Flat 5 behind, Gisborne 17-9, 111. And it is the Storm 11-10, 76 to the Blood, 7-7-49 on Bendigo footy. The local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
You know what's better than a Big 4 bank?
A bank that's bigger for me.
Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
Keep you rolling. Go, 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 Bendigo bearings. We'll keep you rolling. You're in a fix, we'll get you rolling quick. You can rely on us, we're the people we trust. Go, 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 Bendigo bearings. We'll keep you rolling.
Sponsor more live Bendigo football. And now it's time to fire up delicious Don Footy Franks. They're made for the footy. Is Don, is good.
It's the place we wanna be. Local football, and it's time to go back to the home ground on Bendigo's Fresh FM. Go local, go local footy, more local. Let's go fresh. Let's go.
Local footy, the place we want to be. Fresh live, round 10 from the Bendigo Footy League. Sandhurst and Eaglehawk. Myself, Cam Power, John Hunter, Mick Delaney, Norm Jenkin and Steve Navort with Ray Pinnett providing the tech. This afternoon, the Dragons leading by 13 points, 7-6-48. Eaglehawk 5-5-35. Other games in Bendigo footy, it is Castlemaine 9-13-67 to Golden Square 8-8-56. Gisborne 19-9-123, Kangaroo Flat 5 behinds, and the Strathfield Say Storm 12-11-83 leading South Bendigo 7-7-49. Norm Jenkin?
Yeah, MC FNL 3-quarter time. Harcourt 11-8-74 to Maryborough Giants 4-6-30. And stats for that third quarter. Interesting to note that the third quarter went 25 minutes and 55 seconds, exactly the same as what the second quarter went. So for anybody out there keeping stats or records, we've had two 25-minute, 55-second quarters. Inside 50s were even, 9 apiece that quarter. Centre clearances were 3 to Eaglehawk and none to Sandhurst. Intercept marks, we had 4 in defence by Eaglehawk. It's something they weren't able to do in the second quarter, but they were able to do it that quarter. Turnovers around the ground, Eaglehawk were able to claim 7 and Sandhurst claimed 6. So interesting quarter of football there. it was Eaglehawks' defensive acts that kept them in the game. 1 point to 2 goals for the quarter.
Well, we've got a grandstand finish coming your way, I would imagine, with Eaglehawk. They're close enough now. It's only a 13-point margin. 7-6-48 Sandhurst lead. Eaglehawk 5-5-35 in this round 10 game at the QEO. The grand final rematch. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live, and to get the final quarter underway, here's Cam Power.
Man, a good contest so far. Who runs out winners in round 10? A chance for Sandhurst to go back into the top 2. Eaglehawk need this one to keep themselves in the top 5. As Sandhurst swing it out wide, straight out of the middle. Cooper Smith, they go defensively forward. Out wide, no mark taken. Off hands, Ureta shoved onto it by Coatesmore, who did really well. He picked up the footy and then he just kicked it out of bounds on the full, which undid all his good work, and Steve's dropped it on the boundary. Need better hands than that, Steve. You can tell you didn't play today down there.
Nah, definitely didn't play today.
What was the messages coming out of the huddles that you heard down there?
Eaglehawk's message was that they need to roll the dice to win the game and also lock up the numbers, especially on Dayton Ureta. And for Sandhurst, there was a couple of injury concerns with Cooper Smith. He was getting work done on his quad, but also they said they've got to trust their gut and try run this game out.
So plenty to play here as Smith's kicked down the line. Big pack of players around this one. It should fills for Ben Thompson, Eaglehawk, who's tackled straight away. And he'll hold it up inside forward 50, Johnny.
Yep, and you're right, Dayton Ureta has been good for Sandhurst. I thought also in that quarter, Morris, Cooper Smith again continuing his form, and Howard getting his hands on the footy as well for Sandhurst, so one of the lesser knowns, as it will be a free kick now given to Eaglehawk, who've got it in their back zone at the Barnard Street end. Wheeler to the wing. It was an awkward looking kick. It didn't really go to the advantage to anyone. Connor Sexton tapped it into the middle for the Dragons. Diving in over the top was Ireland. He dragged down his opposition player, Ty Evans from Eaglehawk, but nothing came of it. And what came of the better players for you after three-quarter time there, Mick Delaney for Eaglehawk.
Yeah, Callum Heath, as we see in the ruck here, winning another ruck contest. For me, clearly the best on for Eaglehawk today.
Bit of an upset potentially in the Heathcote League thanks to Kev Lowry at three-quarter time. Huntley 8 goals 9, leading Mount Pleasant 3 goals 10. So the Hawks looking good out there against Mount Pleasant. Tried to handball forward there for Eaglehawk. It's picked up by Ureta to Stagg, throws his head over the footy, then he just fell on top of it. Umpire says I'll ball it up in the centre of the Queen Elizabeth Oval. 48-35, 2 minutes into the last quarter. Wheeler in there for Eaglehawk. Need a big last quarter from him. One down out of the middle. Bennett picked it up for Eaglehawk. Will kick it forward, but it should be an intercept mark for the Dragons. And Howard Tolan by him at the last second by Oscar White. Handball forward. Couldn't quite take the footy. Was Hall. Fergus Green read it best. Able to accelerate away. Have a bounce. Compose himself. Handball over the top to Butler. Butler's kick will hug the boundary line as it goes down the line, knocked away by Langford. Kept alive, Hanley. He's tackled straight away. Handball out, picked up and away. Smetzer found some space. Kicks it inside forward 50 for the Dragons. It bounces down, free kick's been pulled. And it was the umpire from far away that's called that free kick. And it's going to go the way of the Dragons. The umpire on top of it, I reckon, was the one that didn't see it. No, it's actually going to be an Eaglehawk free kick. So it might have been some holding off the footy there. Hanley will clear the kick for Eaglehawk. They get away with one, but his kick's poor. Straight to Austin, who turns around on the right, launches it towards goal. It was rather ambitious, and it's going to go through for a minor score, assisted through on the last line of defence by Eaglehawk. So 49-35, 3.5 minutes into the last quarter.
We might get Steve to have a look at the Eaglehawk bench. We haven't seen Bailey Isley for a little while. Hopefully he's all good.
Hopefully he is. It's a restart from fullback for Eaglehawk. Question without notice, I'll let you think about it. Mick, have you seen Misfud after he comes in with a bit of a reputation? He showed a few little things, but gather your thoughts about him and report back when I get back to you as the ball comes to the wing. Was Spill, Hoare over in the footy's been quiet. Mullen offered support and picked it up and backed him up and then put it on the outside of the boot. I don't know if it was deliberate. It was effective in the end as Ty Evans will run onto it to half forward. Fergus Green nearly mowed him down, but it goes goalward. Bouncing footy and goes through. A matter of inches, Ty Evans, and he makes good and then tightens the margin right up here. Game on. It is now 6-5-41. It's to an 8-point margin, 7-7-49. Score sponsor Parsons Towing, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
And it was Mullen taking the risk through the middle of the ground. Just a 50-50 ball got in the hands of Ty Evans. A nice running 55-metre goal as Steve Navort's got something to report.
Yeah, Isley's about to come onto the field for you, Mick.
Awesome.
Go. He was massive in that last quarter of the grand final last year. Could it be repeating because they're getting on top out of the middle again as they did that day last year. Taken away by Davis inside forward 50. Tried, didn't quite go Hall. And it was well read by Ireland to float in front and take an intercept grab. He'll handball off to Green. Short pass Green. Made Smith stretch for it, but he did. Poor kick though. Turned it over straight to Joel Mullen. Mullen from 55. Can launch goalwards if he wants to. We know he's got the distance in him. Decides against it. Goes out for O'Shannessy. Good looking kick. Green read it best just to knock it to ground level, and we'll get a ball up. 35 out directly in front of goal. Good contest here now.
So the sun is shining here at the QEO. Long shadows forming. Perfect day for football. 8-point margin. Sandhurst coming out. It was a long kick by Urater for the Dragons to Smetzer in the middle of the QEO. Put it around the body, probably a little bit too cute. Wilkinson was the target. Mopped up by Coates-Moore of Eaglehawk. Awkward looking kick up the chimney. Thompson couldn't quite grab it. Turnover. Wilkinson by hand, give it to Urater. Urater of the Dragons to Smetzer. On right half forward to the Barnard Street end. He's got Wilkinson running shotgun. Gives it to him by hand. Inside forward 50. Deep into the pocket. Target will be Coughlin. Coughlin gathers. Then he just managed to shrug a tackle. Keeps it alive to Maxted. Building. Coughlin on the end of a handball again, trips over. In fact, he might have got pushed. It's, in fact, none of those, and a free kick will go to Sam Thompson. I reckon he tried to do too much in the end, Mick Delaney.
Yeah, he definitely did. And Misfud, Johnny Hunter, quiet today.
Hasn't had a lot of good looks at it inside forward 50. Sandhurst have been really strong, but they can come through the middle here. McGregor's kicked it straight into Cooper Smith, who collected it on the right. Now he's got an option, a poor mistake, but he couldn't quite nail the kick inside forward 50. That's a really ordinary shove. Almost out of frustration, I think, by Sam Thompson there. So picked up Coughlin, handball off Keating. Keating will go towards the top of the goal square, and the mark is taken by Bailey Isley. Haven't called his name too many times this afternoon. Handball's off. Now the Borough can try and work their way out of defence. Short pass, no mark taken. And now it's an intercept. It's turned over. It'll be a flying shot around the body. A magnificent finish from Oliver Morris.
That was nice.
Terrific finish. And the Dragons get a steadying goal, and one they definitely needed in this last quarter. And now they increase their lead to 8-7-55. Eaglehawk 6-5-41. The score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
It's been the story of the day, Cameron, where Eaglehawk coming out of D50 trying to pinpoint kicks. That one again, a direct turnover. Great goal by Ollie Morris. But Sandhurst so much cleaner by foot today.
Three-quarter time, Midiamo 9-7. Calaval 12-5 in the Loddon Valley.
Back in the middle, restart. Just a little bit of breathing space. You feel like they needed it, the Dragons. It'll be 50. It'll have to be 50. No, in fact, the umpire called it the wrong way. That's what happened. The umpire called the kick the wrong way and then confused everyone. And Cooper Smith, I thought he'd given away 50 and hadn't. So, as a summary of all that, Dayton Urater has got a free kick for the Dragons. On the right. He'll go long. Wasn't really to advantage to anyone. McNamara might have been his target. White did well for Eaglehawk. Slung it out somehow in the direction of Langford. They all dive in top of the footy and will have a ball up.
MCD FNL three-quarter time. Newstead 14-13-97. Campbell's Creek 7-5-47. Talbot 7. Trentham 7-9, 111 to Denali 5-3-33.
Inside forward 50. McNamara was the target for the Dragons. Top of the square, 30 metres out. 25 in fact. Will have a ball up. In fact, it might be a free kick. Goes to Sam Thompson. Thompson of the Borough. He's a battler. Sammy Thompson. A poor kick. Turnover. Kicked it straight to Oliver Morris. Oliver Morris goes wide. Connick was his target, and Connick, a long way from home, Short pass into the pocket. He's got the lead on by Matty Wilkinson. He honours it. And he is in the shadows of the old social rooms here at South, when it used to be South Bendigo's home ground.
Dare we say another turnover by Eaglehawk coming out of D50, which is resulting in on a shot on goal for Sandhurst.
Standing on the fence, Matty Wilkinson, beyond the field of play, keeps his line, so it's okay. He goes long towards goal. It's skinny. And I don't even know if he scored. He didn't. Out of bounds. 55 playing 44, out of bounds on the full. 14-point margin, 10 gone. Final term. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
What have Eaglehawk got now? Kick down the line. Big pack of players will form around this one. The mark's been claimed. Terrific grab from Misfit. He came in from the 3 deep almost and took a terrific grab. So he plays on. Kick was perfect to Isley. He makes it work. Now he's going to get on his bike, Misfit, and try and lead forward and be an option. Isley will slow things down. Centre wing position. Short pass. Oh, misses Ben Thompson, and it's knocked away by Caleb Connick, and we'll get a boundary throw in right in front of the grandstand. Local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live, a 14-point lead to Sandhurst.
It is. We've still got the opportunity for a grandstand finish here. 14-point margin. Supporters day down here in front of us in the tent for Sandhurst. Sam Thompson wings it on the wing for Eaglehawk. Wheeler will be the target. Dives at the footy. Couldn't quite scoop it up. Darcy Mills does for the Dragons. Awkward off the side of the boot. Was not intentional. Goes shallow inside forward 50. Oh, it's aggressive bit of play. Thompson's aggressive. Ground level. Langford shoveled it out for Eaglehawk. Intensity is all of a sudden up. And there's some tired players who eventually say, thank God the whistle just blew. 49 out from home.
That was really good there by Jacob Austin, beelining the ball.
It was good from Sam Thompson as well. Made him earn it. Into the middle of the ground we go. No one able to take it cleanly. Pinniger just got hands to it, but it went straight over to Wheeler. Wheeler feeds the handball out wide. Mullen will send the kick up towards the top of the 50, but it's Liam Ireland, who really is an island of space out there. Handball to Mills, who will just charge away with it. Hugs the boundary line, knocked away from him by Hood. And we'll get a boundary throw in. 55 playing 41. Steve Navort, ground level.
Three-quarter time in Newbridge 42, Bridgewater 85, Gary Ablett with 2 goals and a few free kicks against.
Looks like he's been in a good paddock, Gary Ablett. I don't know if you've seen some of the photos of him playing footy. Well, as you do when you're retired, Mick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happens to the best of us, doesn't it?
It does.
Wheeler over the top with a handball. It's a turnover. Wilkinson is at the bottom of the pack.
MCD FNL three-quarter time, Talbot 9-11, 65, Natty Valva 4-5, 29.
Umpire will throw it up, outer side wing. Up they go in the ruck. Heath tapped it to the opposition on that occasion was Hood. Hood handballed to voice Matty Wilkinson, but he didn't have any space at all. And Oscar White doing well defensively for Eaglehawk. Up they go in the ruck again. Heath, contender for the Bendigo City Framers Sponsors Award this afternoon. But I won't take the words out of Mick Delaney's mouth. I don't want to influence him in any way, but that's the way I'd be going. As the ball, it's another stoppage outer side.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Eaglehawk really need to open this up and attack the middle of the ground.
There are some other contenders though. Let's be honest.
I like Ollie Morris from Sandhurst. I reckon he's been really good for them this afternoon. He's kicked a couple of goals now. In the middle. Eaglehawk, can they try and present something forward? It's knocked towards the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Must be a few Sandhurst players in contention as well, Mick.
Yeah, your reader's been very good today.
Get a throw in. Who will stand up in the last 10 minutes for Eaglehawk? Is there to come back and win this game? The Dragons have had all the momentum, but it's only going to take 1 or 2 quick ones from Eaglehawk to bring back some memories from last year. I reckon Hood will emerge with the footy for the Dragons. Gets into some space. Sends it inside forward 50 and a good mark. Going back with the flight is Cooper Smith, but he might have been out of bounds on the... No. The boundary umpire was running a long way that he was going to signal he was, but Cooper Smith is going to go goalwards, and this would be a captain's goal if he can kick it from the boundary. Right hand forward pocket at the Barnard Street end of the ground.
I'll go as far to say that if he kicks it, it's game over, Cam. He's been really good today. Breaking tackles, forward pressure, intercept disposals, leading from the front.
Tough kick from here. Does he go the banana? Does he go the drop punt? He looks like he's going to trust himself with a drop punt. The angle against him. But it's a beautiful finish from Cooper Smith, the captain's goal. And he delivers a big goal for the Dragons, which now puts the margin past 3 goals. And Sandhurst are in seat 1A in this one. The score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder, 9-7-61 to 6-5-41. 14 minutes gone. Final quarter.
Just been a story of the day, Cameron, hasn't it? Sandhurst a little bit cleaner with their disposal, and yeah, their shots on goal, that was from the boundary, yes, but they've had them from quality spots, and you know, the conversion as well has been pinpoint.
Ty Evans has been off for the last few minutes, stretching out that hamstring, having work done. He keeps grabbing at it, so I doubt he's going to come back out today.
So, in the middle, it'll be a restart. Sandhurst, you know what, 3 games ago at 3/4 time against Gisborne, their season looked, I won't say shot, but they were in the bottom half of the 5, and all of a sudden, bang, bang, bang.
Now they're going to be top 2.
Top 2. Not many of us picked them in the box this afternoon, just saying. Might have been me, Cameron, that's what I'm getting at. As contest ground level, Billy Evans emerges, by hand gives it to Mullen. Mullen will go long now. Ball goes to the back. McNamara will mop up for the Dragons. Handball forward, Mills will be his target. Ball is in dispute, ground level. A lot of players around the footy. 3 ducks in it there for the Dragons. Picks up the footy and it'll be a stoppage on left half forward.
3/4 time, Navarre 108, Avoca 40.
Out of side, ball up. Contested, hurry kick out of the pack came from Eaglehawk. No real advantage with that. Uratus tackled strongly by Wheeler, and another stoppage.
Bit of heckling from the crowd, I think, there, Johnny.
Yeah, exactly.
A 20-point lead to the Dragons, 61 playing 41. Trying to get something going forward here, Eaglehawk. Free kick's been pulled. They're going to receive the free in the hands of Sam Thompson, who sees something he likes. Kick had to be perfect for Mitchford, and it wasn't. And sitting himself in the hole was Howard, who has been really good for the Dragons this afternoon. He sends it out wide to Austin. Terrific grab. He's taken a couple of them as well as Jacob Austin. The 2 redheads line up with each other out there. The kick down the line, Wilkinson takes the mark. It was Coughlin that flew up. Wilkinson was the one that stayed grounded, and he was the one that received the footy. He'll wheel it up towards the top of the 50, and the mark is taken. 50 out from goal from Caleb Connick. He looks up, he looks short, and he finds Lockie Hood. No, Darcy Mills. Darcy Mills is the one that's got the footy 15 out directly in front of goal.
Darcy Mills, usually a lockdown defender, snuck forward, and we did say before that if the captain, Cooper Smith, kicked that, it'd be lights out. I dare say if Darcy Mills kicks this, it'd be time to start resting some players for Eaglehawk.
Looking to become the 9th goal kicker of the day for Sandhurst. Only 1 multiple goal scorer on the ground. And he made the goal umpire work, did Darcy Mills, but he puts it through. So he adds to his tally, and the Dragons' lead is now out to 26 points. The score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, 67 playing 41.
I just sort of feel the energy being sapped out of the air the last 5 minutes or so after the last couple of goals by Sandhurst, but it's been clinical. Outside of that first 5-minute spurt in the first quarter where Eaglehawk kicked 2 goals, they've only allowed them to kick 4 goals for the remainder of the game.
Been very good here, Sandhurst. Eaglehawk have had their glimpses, but just not in form this afternoon. Wheeler has gone into the middle. He gets grabbed without the footy. Wheeler now on the left, short pass forward. Oh, a terrible kick. He kicked it to Caleb Connick, the opposition, as if he called for it. Then Connick tried to put it in the path of a teammate and couldn't. It was Mills. Turnover course. Heath with a handball to half forward. Then running. White. Now a handball further to the left to Mullen. Here's the man that come in this afternoon, Miss Fudd. One way, then the other, goes goalward and puts it through for a goal. Now that was class.
That was awesome.
For his second. Boy, oh boy, if that's a glimpse of what's coming in the future, look out. It's not enough though. 7-5-47 playing 10-7-67. Score sponsor Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
If that's a sign of things to come, Johnny, for Miss Fudd, as he starts to get accustomed to his teammates and developing that chemistry with everyone, he's going to be one excitement machine moving forward.
It was a great finish. Sold some candy, stepped one way, used his body, broke a tackle. Thank you very much. Castlemaine kicking away from Golden Square 2-11-13-79 to Golden Square 8-10-58. All of a sudden that result has huge bearings for where Eaglehawk are sitting at the moment. They could find themselves out of the 5. As McGregor goes inside forward 50, Misfit again, he gets it, handball off to O'Shannessy, can give it out to Bennett. He held onto it for a little bit too long and then he was caught holding the ball. Needed to give the first option there and just got caught.
Just tried to do a little bit too much.
Good work, Sandhurst in defence. Lockie Wright receives the footy.
Lockie Wright, great player for Sandhurst, played interleague this year. Plays on from the back pocket. It's a long ball. Maxted was the target. Wheeler will run onto it now for Eaglehawk. Taps the footy in front of him. Right up his hammer there was Mills. Ball spills further afield onto the centre wing. Tracking the footy now will be Morris. He's been pretty good. Socketed to space. A lot of players. Ball there spills to Austin. Austin handball over the top to Stagg. Stagg has a bounce. Short pass. Fergus Green playing up forward in front of the eyes. Points to the goals and says, I'm having a shot.
Smart. Very smart. Regardless of whether it kicks the goal or not, it just takes that 30 seconds off the clock, doesn't it, Johnny?
Well, that does. And Cooper Smith, his skipper, yells out, I kicked one there from not long ago. It's pretty easy. Let's see what you can do, Fergus. Twirls the ball between his palms. Crosses the paint mark of 50. Darkening skies. A little bit of a step and a hop. In he comes. Long, strong, and kicks are behind. Anti-climax, 68 playing 47. 22 minutes gone. Final term. It's all over here. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
Looking at the ladder of this game too, the last few minutes are heavily important for Eaglehawk with Castlemaine kicking away from Golden Square. They could nearly find themselves out of the 5 on percentage at the moment. It's going to be tight between them two for 5th place. Thompson got it forward for Eaglehawk. It worked the handball to O'Shannessy. High ball inside forward 50. Isley's got to beat 2. Coming in from the side, no mark taken was Connick. Spills to the ground. They all dive on top of it. But with Castlemaine winning and Eaglehawk losing this afternoon, both of those teams will now have a record that will be tied. So both teams will have had 4 wins on the season in that 5th spot position.
When Davis went around the body, he went goalward. Misfud ground level. Sandhurst have just got numbers. Oh, they're all screaming to the umpire for one too high, and they'll get it to Dayton Ureta. So you have a look forward next week, Cameron. Who do those two sides play next week? We've got Eaglehawk and Castlemaine. Who are they playing? As the ball comes in the direction of Maxted. Good punch from behind Neves. Wilkinson roved it from the front for the Dragons. Goes outside the boot, puts it out of bounds on the full true centre wing.
I wonder if he thought Jackson Howard was a player on the field there waiting to come on the ground. He almost kicked it straight to him, Nick.
Almost, yeah. I was more looking at Nick Stagg. Looks like he's gone 12 rounds with Mike Tyson. He is knackered.
You'd be more surprised if he didn't look like that after some games, I reckon, Nick Stagg. He's been an absolute warrior for the Dragons. Eaglehawk will get another inside forward 50. Neves off hands. Picked up for the Borough. They'll run inside forward 50. Handball was okay. Comes off. It's shot goalwards from White. And it hits the post. So any chance of some sort of miracle goes with that one, I would think. 68 playing 48, 23 minutes played. Final quarter. Johnny looking forward. Next week, Castlemaine take on Kangaroo Flat down at the Camp Reserve.
So, in all respect to the Roos, Castlemaine win.
Eaglehawk do have a home game at Canterbury Park against Golden Square.
So they probably both win, in all respect to Golden Square. So you might have to go forward another week to separate the two as the ball goes over the boundary line.
Take on Kangaroo Flat at Dale Park the week after.
Yeah, well, there's 2 in a row.
And Castlemaine have got the tough trip to Harry Trott for South Bendigo.
Oh, we will be at that game if I recall. I'll have to confirm that during the week. But some good footy coming up in Bendigo football. That's the moral of the story. Is
heading down to Gisborne next week.
Next week we're going to Gisborne versus South Bendigo. So yeah, we've got South Bendigo 2 weeks in a row. That's right. So South Bendigo and Castlemaine the week after. So some great footy coming your way. Ureta wins it for the Dragons at ground level. Defensive 50, kicks it up to the wing. Hanley taps it for Eaglehawk. Good strong tackling. Austin Dragons did well. We'll have a ball up right in front of us. The board's gone up for the Dragons. What do you reckon that says, Mick? Does it say have a good time for the last minute or two?
Yeah, I reckon that's just hold the ball, keep possession, don't do anything silly.
Well, they can't lose it. Wilkinson by hand to Austin. We'll go to ground level. Steve, what does that sign say in front of you there, and what does it mean? Give us the young person's view of what it says.
Well, it's the Sandhurst Dragons logo with a red, just a red board. So the way they've used it throughout the year, I'd presume it just means slow it down.
And the other side is
course
green.
Nearly done. Yeah. So the green would mean just go for it. Which I think they used it against.
Go for the kill.
Yeah, they used it against Gisborne late in that third quarter.
Well, unless you're playing funny buggers, red means stop and green means go, does it not?
Well, it does, but you're right. They might be playing funny buggers. Ball spill now to Hoare. Hoare's been quiet for Eaglehawk. If they're going to win games of footy, he needs to be up and about. Hasn't really played a lot from my knowledge, as Mills is taken in a strong tackle by Jack Thompson. You'll get a free kick for 1-2 high. He's on left half back. Darcy Mills, I reckon he's been good for Sandhurst.
Been really good.
He's a bit of a quiet achiever, Mick. He's no frills. He's really good, I reckon. He goes to the wing. They set themselves. Wilkinson and Maxted, well, they kind of had a little bit of a jostle for the footy. He'll take it, and Maxted did. Kobe Maxted. Hasn't had all his way this afternoon. He goes shallow inside 50. It's a long ball. Inside forward 50 now, the Dragons go. Looking for another one just before full time here. Eaglehawk will win it off half back. Poor handball. Wheeler runs onto it. He's battled hard all day. He's tackled. Ball works itself into the middle. White runs onto it for Eaglehawk. Gathers it with one hand. Then loses it to Ureta. Ureta to Connick by hand. To Keating by hand. Keating goes goalward and spreads it wide. Minus scored. Takes it out to 21 points. 27 minutes gone in this final term in round 10.
Been a long quarter, this one.
27 minutes.
Yeah, compared to the last one.
Yeah, 5 goals in this quarter.
And the line, Bennett will take the mark for Eaglehawk. 27.5 into the last quarter. 69 playing 48. Short pass, Evans to Hall. Hall takes it, centre wing, grandstand side. Looks up. Steps around McNamara. Will slam the kick inside forward 50. O'Shannessy got up unrealistically according to the umpire. I thought he got hands to
down. Oh, might be just cramp.
I thought he got hands to that O'Shannessy for my liking. Didn't think that was all that unrealistic.
No, I was watching Wright, who went to ground. I reckon it's only cramp. Severe cramp, by the way.
Green. Short pass, Connick. Short pass, Central, Mills. And they're just slowing it down. And I reckon we can work out what that sign is based on what they're doing at the minute here, Mick Delaney. And that's the full-time siren. 10-9-69. Sandhurst have defeated Eaglehawk 7-6-48. Mick Delaney, what do you think of that one? Sandhurst 2-0 against Eaglehawk in 2026.
That was a good game. Eaglehawk started strong, and then Sandhurst just wrestled all momentum away and just proved to the league that even when things aren't going against them, they've got the ability to be able to wrestle back momentum. And here we are winning a game by 21 points, which, you know, both teams, 4th and 5th on the ladder, will prove to be very important come the end of the year.
Well, you're right, Mick, and pretty happy coaching staff, I'd imagine, with Sandhurst. And the thing that sticks out to me, and we've seen Sandhurst for 3 weeks in a row now, is the team structure and the adherence to rules, particularly coming in and out of that back zone and then launching, is something that's really holding them in good stead in this stage of the season.
Yeah, it is. It's all good teams have good structure and good personnel, and it doesn't depend on one or two players. It depends on everyone playing within that structure. And we've seen now quite a few times this year that Sandhurst, even with their backs against the wall, are able to implement good strategies. And here we are again today with them being victorious. Johnny.
Now our Bendigo City Framers, our award. That's up to you, our sponsor, $100 voucher.
Yep.
Well, it's up to you. You're the man with in the hot seat today.
I am today, and there's probably 3 people that could have realistically won this award. I thought Ollie Morris was really good today. Unsung hero Darcy Mills. I want to give him a shout out. He didn't get a lot of the ball, but just was everywhere down back, intercept possessions, stopping his opponent. Very good by foot. We'll give him a bit of love too, but the winner of our Pitcher Up Plus $100 Best on Ground Award will go to Dayton Ureta today.
Dayton Ureta, a worthy winner, and we've got Norm Jenkins who's been keeping stats, so we'll throw over to Norm in just a second. He can run through where, from his perspective, the game was won and lost for both clubs, but really enjoyed the performance by Sandhurst this afternoon. Local footy, the place we want to be. It was a Sandhurst that was impressive this afternoon. They led for most of the game, 10-9-69 to 7-6-48. And what are the stats telling us, Norm?
Well, the stats were reasonably even across the board. Centre clearances weren't in.
I'm just going to jump in because I've got Dayton Ureta down here, the winner of our Bendigo City Framers Pitch on Ground Sponsors Award today. Dayton, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. No, it was a good game against Burra today, so yeah, very honoured to have this award.
Must be really happy, your first game back after a bit of an injury run, so...
Yeah, so last time I played this mob, I did my ankle, which was syndesmosis, so no, it's good to be back. Beautiful day for it, and yeah, very happy with it.
Bit of a habit playing Eaglehawk. Your last 3 games here have been against Eaglehawk now.
Yes, and yes, I do have a bad history against playing against Eaglehawk, but I guess that's just the luck of the game, isn't it?
You did cop a little hit in the quarter. Are you feeling all good?
Yeah, definitely. Feeling good. Just a bit slow to get up, but feeling good now, so just celebrate well.
Awesome. Dayton, congratulations, $100 to Bendigo City Framers, our Best on Ground Sponsors Award.
Right, beautiful. Thank you very much, guys. Take it easy.
There you go, Norm. Apologies for that, but we had Dayton just as he was going to the rooms. He's pretty keen to get in the rooms for a shower by the looks of him as well.
No, that's fair enough, and he'd be very happy with his efforts against Eaglehawk after his last 2. As I was saying, there was one position that Eaglehawk did win today, and that was in the ruck, and due to that they had 15 centre clearances to 4, and they had 26 clearances around the ground to 17, so that was one positive for Eaglehawk today. It was 41 inside 50 to Sandhurst, 36 to Eaglehawk. Intercept marks that was where Sandhurst also controlled the game. They had 21 intercept marks for the day. Eaglehawk only had 9 intercept marks for the day. Turnovers, it was 32 to Sandhurst and 31 to Eaglehawk. So both sides were reasonably even around the ground in general play, but it was Sandhurst that made the most of their...
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger for me.
Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger for me.
Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.